I had them as a child too, and I guess I was a normal child in that sense because I'm with everyone else.
You were
when
not
it
a
comes
normal
to,
child.
You were not a normal child.
When it comes to this, I was saying I
You were not a
segmented.
normal
I
child.
prefaced it. I gave proper qualifications for this one sentence.
You can never properly qualify.
I was just gonna say that I also
Size
hate
what
the
I live
Furbies.
for.
I also hate the Furbies. That's all I was gonna say. And I was gonna say, Cloud, now I get to say that you're the outlier in that one. You had a normal Furby. We all had the broke-ass Furbies. But I guess I don't ever get to say I was a normal kid.
I
with
weaponized
that,
my Furbies.
with that, who wants to recap last session?
Oh shit.
Hephe, what happened?
We came out of the forest, and we came into the snoozing watch, and everybody was running around, and we didn't know why. Turns out there's an inspection coming.
And there goes my internet again.
The previous session.
Not this set, but not like 2 sessions ago.
I was about like we got attacked by those people who wanted Fluke, but then I realized it was.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we talked to the guard, inspection, took us to let me look at the NPC names here. Vasya, I believe?
Yep.
And we told her about the fire spirits, which she seemed to ignore because, the Viscount's like in 2 parts right now, so she had other things to worry about, but priorities. Fire spirits definitely more important. She said something, if you just act like you're in charge at this point, you're in charge. So I took that very literally because I'm dumb. And I cast Thaumaturgy and shouted for quarters, and a guy came out and I rolled a nat 20 on intimidation, so the guy was very scared of centaurs. I'm liking the power trip. He took us to quarters, and then we took a nap. I think some other people did some other things, but I was sleeping. Then we went to the council chamber with everybody and briefed everyone, and then there's a general that's coming, and we need to talk to the general, and then we're also going to go to Rubel because there's probably a guy that can help with the body into putting the soul into the body, and Rubel can also get me maybe like a teleportation spell closer to the Lost Woods or Lost Swamp. That's what I remember.
That's all things I also.
Name him to a day.
The one thing I would like to add is technically you shouted for quarters while we were in an enclosed room at the lady first, and then we had to inform you we had to go outside to do that, and then you did.
Oh, well,
So you shouted for quarters twice.
it worked. It got us quarters, didn't it?
It did.
And it got us
Almost
it very
stables.
quick.
It got you stables.
Almost.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. There's hay and there's nice walls to lean against. It's shelter. It's not gonna get rained on. I'm okay with this. Barns are nice, man. Come on.
Anything more
My
anyone
eyes
wants to add?
twitching.
He got knighted.
Not
We,
yet.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
Teak, Fluke, and Asri all took editing, I believe.
Yeah. I think we ended with you getting knighted.
Oh yeah,
Ending with getting knighted. Okay.
That's. I wanted something to add because Decorm didn't get knighted because he wants Hephe to be the judge of that
Yes.
and Asri, but after that you said that Asri also got knighted and he wouldn't have told to Asri if he knew that she was getting knighted, but imagine right now he's just talking to Hephe and Asri just walks in and he was a bit too awkward too.
Oh no, I kept the her getting knighted thing a secret from the you guys, basically, that she went along with and then was basically in line and took it. So I don't think Decorm would know until she has the pin. Oh, has it not? I thought we got the little pins and everything.
Yeah, no, you have already been knighted, but you would have to first refuse Asri and then later come back and I would like it actually. Come back after
my
that,
apologies.
because
Gotcha.
the rest
In that
got
case,
knighted
let's go.
in front of everyone, as it were.
Oh, I misunderstood how that went. In that case, let's just have it that Asri wasn't part of that conversation in general then.
No, but
Like if it,
No,
she added,
yeah.
she added very valid points to the conversation. So
Can't retcon that anymore.
Yeah, what was
Damn
that
it.
valid point? From my memory?
that she understood. She explained to Hephe Decorum wants wants to be a knight on behavior, not on title.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ezra made it very clear that she understood like the difference between a knight and a hero who is also a knight, as it were.
Yeah, I do recall the point of her saying I accept the responsibility, if that makes sense. Didn't know that her getting knighted was gonna cause problems for the Decorm. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's for now. I imagine Decorm was like, oh, she's also here, and then she started talking. And he's like, shit, she's smart.
Shit, she knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Ah, fuck.
Definitely smarter than I.
I shouldn't judge her. I hate it.
Damn, why can't
Lesson
you just be a bitch?
I don't know. My judgment's coming. I can feel it.
I have wig hair in mouth and it won't. There it is. Oh god.
Next time, Ezra, please just be shallow.
She will giggle at that one, like trying to stifle a laugh. I'll try.
And with that, you are, I think at this point you're kind of split up still. I'm not sure, because Decorm took Hephe and Ezra apart, as it were. So I don't know what the rest was doing while that was... Oh, Teak was also going towards the smith. Now I think about it.
What's that? Oh yeah, for the caltrops and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the pile of iron scraps.
Yeah. So what do you want to do? You have talked with what's his name again? Captain Eros. And he has said he can't promise you a reward, but does assure you that his brother will reward you in the case of. Well, actually, two of you already took like a pre-reward, as it were. But I think what he did say was he could give you like something along the lines of armor or weaponry, as kind of like proof that you're gonna get rewarded after this helping the Viscount out further.
But we got our money, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was like for the first part of the thing, and this is about like, hey, do you want to keep helping us with getting that soul back?
Well, Decorm would like to take that man up on him because he wants some armor.
Same for
So
porcelain.
he's gonna try and find this guy.
I also have chainmail that I can offload, so now I have plate armor.
I already have chainmail. I would like some of that plate armor.
Okay, so I think
Maybe that could be your quest reward. It was mine.
That's what I had mentioned earlier. Whether
Yeah.
they catch on to that.
Well, yeah, they hadn't talked about it in detail yet. Like there weren't any promises made yet, but that is definitely an option for you.
That and you got a fair amount of platinum. I don't know how much plate actually costs.
Oh, I didn't get any
Yeah,
platinum
she didn't
that
get
last
any
session.
platinum.
I have not been paid yet.
And if she does, she should contribute it to the cleric fund of diamonds.
I'll buy
For
my
some-
own diamond.
For some reason, I thought she got at least like the 120 for some reason, but
No,
No,
you got
she,
y'all got your pay.
Yeah.
I was there. And they said, "Well, we'll get you later," and I'm like, "Cool."
gotcha. I misunderstood that. Might be.
I mean, to be fair, all she really did was find us and then continue the journey after I had almost killed her.
I helped.
You did.
So-
You did.
But he also almost killed you.
Yes, yes, you did.
You had no involvement with the Viscount, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who's in scene? Who will join me to find a good way to waste this money we just earned? Snoozing Watch is not the most interesting place, but I have a couple of things that I might want to buy, and I hope it will be possible to buy here. Anybody
be
up
honest
for
with
wasting
you.
money?
Yeah,
I kind of have a little bit, but I'm looking to save a bit for Harold's Haven. That way we can, honestly. And she pats a couple of her empty flasks. She's like, "I'm running low on the good stuff." Think they have anything here for that?
Yeah, definitely. This entire place is filled with veterans and bored soldiers. I think you're gonna find the best shit in all the country here.
Do I
Lead the way.
know, since I've been here before, of anyone in particular you'd want to go to for alcohols?
Make a history check.
Sure. I think I'm actually... Yeah, proficient. Well,
With a 12, you know a couple of bars slash taverns in the area. But you don't really know if they are very well known for their alcohol or liquor.
alright. I'll lead to them to the one that's closest.
Okay.
On the way there, do we come across a jeweler or a pigeon?
Pigeon.
Post pigeon. We come across a pigeon.
Pigeon?
No, but is there a postal office of sorts?
There isn't. There wouldn't be a public one, but the snoozing watch would have a messaging system between like the bigger cities in the area. And I would say that you would be allowed to use that.
Correct. And is there a jeweler in town?
No. Sorry, I rolled for it because I had no idea if there would be one.
And the armorer is also using watch, right?
Yeah, there's two what are called blacksmiths in this area. Both of them are technically working for are working for the military. Though they've done most of their repairs right now, and the place isn't too much chaos for any real jobs for them right now. So they're kind of just filling their day with whatever they can find to do. So as you make your way to the tavern, you find a fairly small building, mostly made out of wood, and you see over the door there hangs a sign with two like large horns hanging out of it. They're not like actual horns, but like cutouts of horns.
As we come up to it, Porcelain will say, I actually haven't spent very much time in here.
And it's called the Warm Horn Tavern.
I mean, it's my first time here.
Sounds like it'll have a new experience for a bit of all of us. Let's go!
As you get in, it is mostly empty as it is like the middle of the day. You see like a bartender kind of still working on like cleaning some of the stuff of yesterday and kind of getting things in order. And as you open the door, he kind of looks in your direction and then kind of recoils of the light that comes in, as you notice that the interior of the place is very dark except for a couple of candles. There aren't any what are called windows. We'll open in 2-ish hours.
How?
Oh, there's more of you than I thought.
Yeah,
So
so
2 hours, you say?
of course not. We're with 7 people. The bar looks clean. No reason to send us away right now. Can make a quick buck of us.
Actually, there's quite a lot of reasons to still not really want to serve us.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage because of
Yeah, I'm gonna do it with advantage.
I mean, we don't need any food. We just need the liquid stuff.
They all start talking at him. Oh
We
god.
just need that liquid stuff, you
you still
know?
want to- you still want to rinse all the glasses. You want to make sure that you've got enough of the vats and open.
I actually got to agree with Teak.
Maybe.
Which is standing back just like, I'm just
I'm
gonna
confused.
watch
So
this.
he jam rolled it, but it's a 9.
Oh god.
And also, I mean, you eat yourself before you open up.
I mean, I'm confused. I thought the point of business was to make money.
When they're open. when they're closed, the purpose of the business is to make sure that when they do open, they can make money so they don't get shut down, like accidentally killing someone with a dirty glass.
Well, you're lucky. Business has been slow lately, so grab a seat. What can I get you?
Hooray!
7 tap water, please.
I swear to God, I, as a server, just got a migraine from that. Oh my God. There's not even 7 of us. Oh.
Yes, we'll have lots of bread,
Well,
fresh
hold on.
tortilla chips.
Does Chonkers
Don't
count?
expect a tip.
Stop,
hilarious
both of you.
thing.
Oh my God. Oh.
I'm curious, what's the best drink you got here?
Well, what's your poison? You like wine? You like
I look at
whiskey?
Decorum because I am
You
not
like
a
rum?
drinker.
I'm a alcohol person myself. The Dragonborn friend here will take your best bottle of wine. And as for our friend here with the 4 legs, can he get a flight of ales?
What's a flight? Am I gonna fly?
No, a flight is when you get a bunch of small samples of a bunch of different ales, and they're usually a bunch of different types, so you can see what kind you might like. You said you haven't drank before, so best thing to get you is a bit of everything then.
I mean, I've had a few drinks here and there. I'm just not very experienced, you know?
He
Well, exactly.
grabs.
DM. What time is it?
It is like just
Midday,
past
right?
12.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Day drinking.
Listen,
Yeah,
we
but
just
Az
got
is
back.
always drinking.
No, wait. Actually, it would be a bit later. It would be round 2.
It's not like the general's gonna show up today. We'll be
It's always
fine.
5 o'clock in the Feywild.
I respect that.
I will pull out, because I believe I was down to my last flask, the 2 empty ones, and be like, hey, can I get these filled up as well? And I will put down, as kind of like an advance, 2 platinum pieces on the counter.
As you put those on the, you can see like his eyes suddenly like shine up, as, like you can see like the calculation of I made the right decision just now.
This is the advance. I see. Because I really don't know how much it's all going to cost. But
No,
we
make
have
an
money.
insight check.
You just put down
E.
20 gold, so...
Nice.
The 22, I'll say, like he grabs him like just a bit too quickly, like he's afraid that you're gonna realize that wasn't silver.
She'll look at it and say,
And-
the extras for opening up for us. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And he grabs a couple of glasses. We only have about 4 different ales for your centaur friend. And he puts them on the bar as well. And they're small glasses, but he fills them all up with a bit of ale. And he focuses on the core and says, I have these 2 red wines for you. One is from Estland. The label's gotten a bit faded, so don't have the name of the brand, unfortunately. And the other one is actually from the east. It's from Fetris, an elven wine. If I...
Give me the Estland one.
Of course.
The bottle, please.
He hands you the bottle.
The bottle.
With a
Ooh,
glass,
I'm
actually.
thinking again.
Teak, you have a clear eye. Yes, we are.
Okay.
Can you help me expect this?
What have you got? What have you got when it comes to whiskey?
We've got these 2 over here, and he kind of grabs out. You can see like a couple of bottles of whiskey behind him, but he grabs them from underneath the counter, and these 2, and I don't have any whiskey names prepared, but he sets them on the table.
You don't? You don't have at least 3 different fantasy names for whiskey prepared?
No. We've been very specific about this. There's only 2. There's not more than 3.
There's only 2, not more than 3. Wait.
Can one be called the Smelly Chimmery?
Sure.
I'll take that one.
Write it down, Slump. He'll ask for it again. You know he will.
Yep.
Nee, like to.
Oh, I thought you said chimney too.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't. I'm just
then we now have 2 names.
The Smelly Chimney and the Smelly Chimera. I love it.
Smelly Chimera. That's my brand.
I feel like
That's
that's
my
gotta be a
brand.
mixed drink.
Do I notice
Smells
anything
like
on the
recipe.
label of the Esland wine?
Make a perception check.
Rude.
No.
Rude.
You notice that it's fairly faded. You think you can make out a capital A.
Arsenic.
Oh my god, that.
Absinthe.
Hey, absinthe. Drink.
Decorm, are you able to read that thing?
No.
Can Asri try?
Can Beffel's character become visible for us so I can remember her character name?
Porcelain.
Porcelain. Porcelain.
Yes.
Have you had any contact with the Esland kingdom?
Well, I'll make a history check.
What does that mean?
Wait. Which kingdom did you say? You said Asland?
Esland.
Eselen. It's to the north on the.
Esland.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Would I?
With a 17, you know of it. You know that it has a bit of an odd trading relationship with Levasti, and you have heard your mother complain once about all the nobles in Estland should get executed because they don't know how business works, and that's about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how isn't Levasti at war with like everyone? So how does Esland get through Vilfort to get to Levasti?
I mean, there's ways around, but like the wars are more on they kind of are on a higher level than the merchant. Like if they were to close each other off from like trading and everything, then all these countries would like fall into pieces like in years.
Gotcha. I gotta keep trade going.
So
the economy
they have
has
to
run.
kind of keep open and allow some, like they get heavy taxations and very strict like checking if what's being traded and everything. But there is some trade between the various countries.
Okay.
But
That's also
to
why
be,
you were allowed to go through, basically.
a kind of way
porce-
to. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say Porcelain will tell Decorum then that should say, well, they're far, they're foreign, and apparently they have odd business practices.
What I was gonna
Yeah.
ask is this would be these be more considered kind of like border skirmishes than actual warfare, or would this be like something that where like this is more espionage, or both?
Yeah, it kind of depends on what year you're looking at.
Okay. My apologies. I was honestly just curious. Please continue, guys.
Like, I would say, like, right now, at this moment, there aren't any, like, major wars, but there are, like, the Red Valley is one of those places that there's always soldiers stationed there, and there's always enough tension that at any moment that could escalate. But right now, there aren't any, like, big invasions between the various countries.
They're Hatfield and McCoyan.
Gotcha. Oh my God! Did
Didn't
you
they
really
kill
just
each
make
other,
that?
like to the entirety?
I was like, hold on. I don't think that's. Yeah, but they spent like decades not doing that, and that's what they were known for. But you're right. It did have a boiling point in one day where they shot them all down, and for all we know, that may happen in this campaign. And we may get to see that where all the kingdoms just go to war with each other. We may cause that, guys. Come on, let's go.
Scorched Earth! Scorched Earth!
No, but
Scorched
Scorched
Earth!
Earth!
Please just stop the scorching of the earth, guys! The fire is having to do that, and we need to get water!
All these soldiers could be firefighters, okay?
So quick.
Decorm was about to address that. At least I assume we're all sitting at a table.
Yeah, at this point. Wait, before we do that, does everyone have a drink now?
Porcelain did not order anything, no. But she was kind of just staying quiet.
She's gonna look. Azri will notice Porcelain doesn't have a drink and be like, "Well, you're not paying. I am. Get over here and get something good."
She'll just do what she's told and come to the counter and God, how many whiskeys did he say he had had
Two.
3.
Two.
The
Smelly chimera and a smelly chimney.
chimera.
Smelly chimera and smelly chimney. No, I'll take the other bottle of wine, I guess.
Okay.
She's gonna look at you as you grab wine. She's like, "I see."
I will put
don't
down
drink.
a platinum piece, and I'll say, I'll buy that one. I still feel kind of bad about, the vines coming and grabbing you and all that stuff from a couple days ago. Yesterday? 2 days ago?
That was 2 days ago.
A couple days ago, yeah.
Thank you, Hephe. I say, completely ignoring Azri's observation.
She's gonna just narrow her eyes as you're walking by and say it in your head. Do you not drink?
Would you like a glass with that?
Yes. And
You
oh
hand your
shit! I, as player, didn't fucking realize. God damn it, Decorum, you called me Porcelain.
Oh yeah! Ha!
Yes?
No, because she asked us to call her. What was the name?
Jasper.
Jasper.
Yeah.
When we're in the sleeping water, because I've been here before, and I've been here in disguise before, and everybody knows me there as Jasper. You've
To be
upset
fair,
the dogs.
Yeah.
He was
That's
asking
definitely
about
it.
your name, so
Yeah,
don't-
and I was gonna say that's our fault for telling him the wrong one, not his thing. But I wonder if we could. I'm gonna just be quiet.
Because
You
I
shut
missed
up,
it.
shut up.
I, the player, missed it.
No, and immediately shut up. That's. I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
Can Decorum, just for shits and giggles, do a divine sense. See if this man has any skeleton in his closets.
Sure. I
Literally.
imagine that is something very visible, though.
What do you mean?
Like you do something to like start your divine sense, like similar to how you can't like when you cast a spell, for example, like you do some head motions, some stuff happens and the spell happens. Like I imagine that's also for divine sense, that it is less just like focusing on something and more like a small ritual.
Decorum will say,
he can always just
"Want to see a trick?"
Wanna see a trick?
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
He'll close his eyes and his ears, like spectral, giant dragon ears, form around him. Like the ears are the size of his head, and that's how he does his divine sense, because he
I
gets
like it.
the ears of the dragon.
Okay.
Behemoth's
Can you post it in the chat? So this like platinum colored ears appear.
Oh wait, there's my.
Platinum. Do you have anything that can make it all starry and star platinumy? And...
Oh what?
Nothing. I was just like, I don't know. I always thought that silver, like, I don't know.
Sorry, didn't hear you.
That is not much of a
I didn't
description.
hear you with my giant dragon
It
ears.
really
Exactly.
isn't.
My giant dragon ears.
Divine sense, so informative.
They only hear evil.
Let me find it.
Yeah, I have it. Prevents a strong evil resist in your senses, like a noxious odor, and like powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness of exit sources. 60 feet, that's not behind total cover.
Which means it has to be inside the room
Yeah.
and not in a closet.
No undead, fiends, celestials, or whatever in
You hit all
in
three.
this room.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to look up a specific one? Not right.
No, it's all three.
Well, that was it. Didn't say it was a good trick, but
I clap.
thank you. That's
Porcelain will also clap.
thank you.
Yeah, we'll all just give a golf clap. Golf clap.
Now that I have your attention, I don't mind sitting here, don't mind drinking here, but what actually is our plan right now? We got our money, so I'm a happy dude.
Well, I guess
What's
the
next?
question is, do we want to help the Viscount get his soul back in his body, or do we just want to make haste to the Lost Swamp? I know that we were thinking of helping the Viscount because or at least traveling towards the main city to help to see if we can get to the Lost Swamp quicker.
Well, I think what's to be considered here is opportunity cost, obviously. How does helping the Viscount help us, or do we lose out by helping him?
I mean, if we can make him an ally to stop the fire people, I think that's worthwhile. Also, if we go to Rubel, maybe I can get to the Lost Swamp by teleportation. That's helping him, right?
Then, like I said, he'll get us there quicker.
What do you think, Teak?
I'd say, as a dame of the snoozing watch, I kind of feel it's my obligation to help. Right now, I mean, I'm still not really sure what comes with the title, but I feel there's some sort of responsibility now.
Well, technically, you don't have any officiated responsibility. It's quite clear on that. You have purely the title. But I agree with you in the sense that you should be observing a responsibility due to your title, and I think it's a very good thing that you feel that way.
So
I'm not
all
gonna
up for
say.
helping.
Good.
Me too. That's what I was planning out to set to do before I met all of you, and I'm
So
a man
what
of
did Teak say?
Yeah.
I said, so I'm all up for going to Rubel and helping. Helping the Viscount.
I'd love to see home again, though. I do have to wonder, has anyone just thought of, I mean, doing the Dispel Magic thing we did before, but quickly reviving someone this time?
We don't know how long they were dead beforehand, if that makes sense. Or we don't. No, I don't think we've tried that, and I don't think we want to with the Viscount soul.
And I don't want to be that guy, but I think the longer we take for this task, the more money we'll get in the end. If we can do it today, they'll think it's easy and they'll give us a couple of gold coins.
Yeah. Would I have any idea if what Fluke suggested would work?
I mean, we can talk to Vasya too.
Make an arcane check.
Okay.
Can I make an arcane check considering that I've already dispelled the magic once?
Sure.
I mean, it's not like it's going to be any good. I have a -2 in it, but...
You could... Okay.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, you wrote it pretty good, everything being considered.
I'd say with 12, you figure it would work. With a 16, I'll say you also figure it would work, but you also figure that it would be like risky as if the spell doesn't work, you like he's dead, as it were. And I'm not sure because at least Teak is new to my campaigns. I have the rules for skill checks with resurrection.
Oh, yeah.
And those go for NPCs as well, unfortunately. And what's more, what Ezra said is like you don't know how long the bodies have been dead before you came across them.
Well, it's not like the body's dead if the soul's out of it, right? Or is it considered dead? Because... Is that
What I'm
body actually
understanding
considered
is if
dead if the soul is stored outside? Like...
Gonna have to...
Because we had the question about Sybil, I think, about whether or not I was going to be able to cast Gentle Repose, and we said that since it took longer than a minute with Gentle, I couldn't cast Sorry,
Revivify.
Revivify once I did the Gentle Repose, because the Gentle Repose
Yeah.
wasn't within a minute.
Let me have a look real quick.
I think the overall is
Yeah,
if we can complete this ritual, he'll be alive. If we don't, there's the risk.
Because I'll just chime in. I mean, worst case, it don't work. I can just cast Gentle Repose, and then the body will last in its state as it was last found.
I will say that with the 16, Teak knows that the body is technically not dead right now. But if you were to dispel the thing, then it would die.
Not dead now. Okay.
I'm not sure if it would work, guys.
So basically, that's our option if we say can't get the demon blood by any logical means.
But it's gonna be really risky. We're gonna be basically toying with this knife. I feel we should take a harder but more reliable way.
I mean, I'm pretty confident that I can bring him back to life. I mean, as long as I got the diamond to do it, I think I can do it.
And we've got the gold to get the diamond.
And then we don't have to worry about going to. I mean, we still go to Ruble, but we don't have to do it with the Viscount along, carrying around a dead body and all that stuff.
And what's more so is it'd even be better to have them say, "Hey, these people help me. Please teleport them." Than, "Hey, will you teleport us if we help you?"
And also, I think everybody would like it if the Viscount was around now instead of later.
Specifically, our friendly magic lady who seems to be stressing out with him being like this, because it seems like a lot of this may be his responsibility.
Out of curiosity, I would like to see how closely is the bartender listening to our conversation as we were sitting across the room with no one here.
Make a perception check.
Very nice.
He is trying his best not to listen, but the conversation you're having is a very peculiar one, and one that definitely, like, sometimes you kind of like see him like look around and then like, no wait, I should be just focusing on, because he kind of returned to like his cleaning and all that. But like sometimes you kind of see him look up or look at you and then like, no, I should focus on what I'm doing. They're paying me very well. I should not be listening in on their conversation.
Bought his silence. Good.
Yeah, so this is legitimately happens at just OOC and at my work, where I'll walk by a table in here, and yeah, so I shot the guy in the leg, and I'm just stopping. I'm like, you know what? That's none of my business. Just keep walking.
Well, then you know exactly how he feels right now.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I thoroughly get where this guy's at. It's like, nah, they're giving me good money. This ain't none of my business. I'm gonna mind my business.
The bartender's conversation is confidential.
I mean, we can buy him off.
You already have.
We can buy him off more. We can buy his silence instead of just a service.
You're correct, and we will get to that later.
So everybody down for Ruble?
I mean, I think we should talk to Vassia and see if we can just bring the Viscount back right now.
I wouldn't mind attempting to see if that, because if it can be at least thought of in a singular conversation, I feel it's at least worth having that conversation. But I think we need to decide before sundown. Like, I think we should get a little bit of traveling in today if we're going to go to Rebel.
Well, we should let them know that it's an option. But from at least what Teak was saying and how I'm understanding it, we get the ritual right with all these complicated ingredients, he will be brought back most certainly. If we get the resurrection right, he'll also be brought back. But if we get the resurrection wrong, he's dead, and that would technically sort of be on us.
I mean, but then I could cast Gentle Repose on him, and then he won't. I mean, it'll be less than a minute, so maybe we can try it again later.
Hephe, how many people have you brought back from the dead?
Personally, none. But with the help of Pool, many.
Wait, you brought people back from the dead with the help of Pool using this power, right?
I mean, I haven't done it, but I've helped Pool bring people back to life. I mean, remember when we poured that potion that life longevity potion into pool, she healed a bunch of people.
Well,
I believe Hephe do
healed,
it.
but healing is one thing. I must say, not to discredit, but resurrection is an entirely different game, as I understand
Yes,
it.
keeping people from dying is very different from pulling
Reversing.
their soul from the nethers straight back in. It's
I
more
mean,
complicated.
I understand that, but listen, I know I can do it. I feel it deep inside that I can bring him back.
Hey, bartender.
Yes, can I get you anything?
Yeah, you got a dead rat or a mouse?
I look up at I feel like I'm not the only one, but I turn to look at Decorm and be like, what?
Yeah, I think that catches everybody.
Okay, all right. First of
Yes.
all, I think.
Well, I have. Wait, did something just happen with the?
Roll
Somebody
20.
joined.
You kind of see him sort of. Well, Miss Snooze is somewhere around here. She sometimes catches some rats.
Please tell me you have a kitten named Miss Snooze.
She's quite old right now, but yes.
You've got a cat. And
You
I
got a
started,
kitten, Lord Chonkers, and just Mo.
Guys, I mean, it's not like I can just bring him back for free. It takes some components, like a diamond worth at least 300 gold.
Well, I looked for a jeweler in this town. We're not going to find that here. I don't think we're going to find it in Herald's Watch. So either way, we need to go to Rubel to even find a diamond. They have some pretty good jewelers over there. And a couple of rings are from there.
I mean, I don't think this is like a normal jeweler that you would use for like something that you wear. This is more like spell stuff that you need for, components and all that stuff. So, this is a base. It might have those components. I don't know.
You looked yesterday, I thought.
Well, I've seen the state of a lot of their magical defenses, and they are in quite poor condition. That's why I said they're going to be quite dead once they reach their inspection. It's very sad.
Honestly, I want them to get a good reaming. I mean, if I'm going to attach my knighthood to this place, it needs to be not a laughingstock.
I mean,
Well,
I'll
I
do
mean-
one.
thought about that before you did.
I mean,
was
it's
gonna
kind
say-
of a laughing stock if the Viscount's still dead, right?
It'd certainly be even more of an embarrassment. I mean, but that would be more of an embarrassment on you lot, wouldn't it? Since he was in your charge when it happened.
I mean,
Yes, if
I
only.
wasn't anywhere nearby when that happened.
Yes, you weren't, were you? It's almost as if
glare at this
it's almost as if two of our magic users disappeared when we were attacked by magical beings.
I mean, none of you stayed awake. Not my fault.
I latched onto him like a goddamn koala bear.
Then what could I do about it?
I don't know, but you're the magic. I'm just saying, like, you were
I'm
tricked.
a magic man, and now you don't want me to use my magics.
I'm agreeing with you. What do you mean I don't want you using your magics? I'm on your side on this. I'm saying let's try to have a conversation and see about bringing you back. What are you talking about saying I don't want
Okay,
you to use magic?
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm done.
Okay, no, I'm saying let's go have that conversation because if there is a diamond here, if like one of the magic users has a diamond for you to use, then yes, let's bring them back. I'm bracing myself for the realisticness of it probably not being here, but it's worth at least having the conversation.
You got that.
Meanwhile, Fluke's just playing with a platinum piece, just like, I think we should be cautious, because lest we forget, Sybil is dead.
Mood kill.
I mean, yeah, Sybil's dead, but that's because. I mean, she's not dead. She's got Gentle Repose cost on her. I mean, that is dead. That's still dead. I mean, yeah, that's how we learned how the soul thingy worked, right?
And learning's important, but I would rather not gamble the Viscount's life on education.
I mean, you want to gamble his life with some dark magic ritual that requires a bunch of, like, evil things?
I mean, if it'll work, yes.
is a fair argument, though.
It's
I
in
mean,
the
it
middle
doesn't
of an
even beat her
argument.
passive, so
You really don't like
I
that
know.
7 doesn't even that my plus is a 9. So even if I roll anything like I yeah, even if I roll a
It's
2,
the joke of loser. All right,
You
it's
roll
the
one,
joke
okay.
of loser.
More wine.
you hear in your head, "You sober little Sally."
I mean, if you want wine,
Um,
Decorum, just order some.
and also
we're in a
Decorum
bar.
and Teak, both both of you or one of you with advantage make an investigation check to find the cat.
Meanwhile, Fluke's just engaged us. Like, hey, can I
No,
get some
it's
gin
not
on ice? She never gave me anything.
You never asked for
Wait.
anything.
Yeah. Although I would admit that like I would have tried. I didn't realize that Luke didn't get anything. Damn. I wanted everyone to drink.
Wait, so then it's a 12 because then Teak wouldn't have had advantage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Better is better.
So the 12 and the 19, the two of you start looking, and Decorum spots it almost immediately. Teak a bit later, but like beyond the counter, between like a couple of bottles, there's this small cushion where this almost entirely black cat lies sleeping.
Are you trying to tell me that that cat is not a fiend?
No.
Okay.
Mo.
Like grows of indetectability. Are there any dead animals near her?
Now she recently caught a prey.
No, she has been sleeping there since you got her, so I'm gonna say no.
I like Lord Chonkers better.
Mo.
I sit down next to the cat and I hold my hand out to sniff.
Good.
Let her sniff.
The cat's sleeping.
I mean, yeah, when you get close, it definitely does wake up though, because that's how cats sleep. As does like it, kind of lazily first starts like stretching every leg separately, and then when it notices, oh, you're still here, then it kind of sniffs you a little bit, and then it jaws, and then it just starts staring at you.
I pet the cat.
The pet lets you pet her.
Yay!
Yay! No animal handling needed
This
today.
is peak RP.
This is a cat very used to a lot of people, though, so.
And a bar.
Everybody down to drink? Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drink my flight. I don't want to drink too much though if we're gonna be doing stuff later today.
Have you touched any of your drinks, Hephe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It
I walk
sounded
back to
like
the
you
table.
just been.
I walk back to the table and I'm like, oh, I completely forgot about it. And I grab my glass and I down it.
I figure we're drinking it while we're having conversations.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
As long as the
Because
place
you
actually
said
has.
that Heffy hadn't drank before, so.
I mean, I've had a few sips off of Azra. I just don't drink a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I've definitely shared my alcohol with people as part of the shtick.
Okay.
Oh, I take out the 2 spools of black silk that we got from the place, and I ask Teak, like, wait, were these magic in any way? Because I don't think they were, but...
Spools.
We found them in I believe it was in the cave, right before you and me, or like the cave, but the witch's house, before you and me went into the cave, and everyone went in the cave and got demoned.
Oh. It's a good thing that you gave the description because I completely forgot what those were.
I remember.
I don't think I've checked yet, shall I?
If you don't mind, I'm sorry to interrupt you with the kitten.
No, sure. But wouldn't you want to do it? Because you can do it as well, right?
Not quite. I'm still learning that one.
Oh, I thought you had that one. Okay, no, sure.
And I grab my glasses out of my pocket and I put them on. And I basically detect magic.
Make an arcane check. As I imagine you also like investigate them a little bit.
Yeah. But first, I just do like a general check if there's anything magical about it.
But yeah, okay. So I'll say there's nothing magical about it.
Okay.
But, alright.
I take a quick look around. Do I see something magical in the room?
Make a perception check.
All right.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, sorry.
It's familiar.
6.
With the this is 6. With 6.
It's a nat 1. Or is it a 5 plus 1? 5 plus 1.
Yeah, 5 plus 1. It 6 you don't notice anything.
Okay. Then I'll just inspect the spools a bit more.
Okay. Make the arcane check.
All right. I'm rolling great today.
Yeah. With the 10, as you go over it a little bit, it seems to be a very finely made thread, and as you go over it, you feel like there likely are some forms of magic or rituals of magic that would be where this would be used, but you have no idea what type of magic it would be, how, and also not like what type of caster would use it.
Okay.
Seems like it could be magical components, but I'm not really sure for which spell or which use.
Okay, they seem to be important for some reason, the way they're set aside from everything, so I thought they might be. And it's hard to tell with these hags what was just mindless knick-knack and what was magic a tic-tac.
Yeah, well, they're not magical themselves in any way.
Oh, right. I just had to make sure these weren't going to be like some sort of beacon tracking us or something. I say as I wear a cloak of arachnidia and use the spell book of a dead necromancer.
It does remind me, regarding the cultist woman who was after Teak, perhaps it could be wise if someone else carried her wand aside from the one she came for.
They came after Fluke, not Teak.
Sorry, Fluke.
But he still has the wand, right?
He does still have the wand, yeah.
Which is
I'll
should
just
probably
nod
ta-
at that. That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, I should probably take the amulet and the magical mace while you're at it. I mean, I think we were pretty set on getting that to Decorm anyway. That or Teak.
Sorry? I'm getting what?
We have a magical exploding mace.
Okay. So, I reckon yeah. But this is magic we already noticed, right?
Yeah, this is something you have already identified.
Yep, and the thought process was seeing if you could find a way to launch it, or like on the last one.
What? I can do
Well,
what?
honestly, I'm not even
I'm
that
sorry, I
worried. Overall, I mean, Decorm, aren't you, like, resistant to fire?
No.
No.
No,
Guess I was just assuming by your scale color. My fault.
That's kind of racist.
a little bit.
I mean, it is
Are
D&D.
you?
Especially since
I'm-
you've spoken about
Are
how
you-
the fire
are
dragon
you
in the past.
to
Acid.
mushrooms? Things?
I think he means poison.
Well, poison was not purple. It's green.
Well, you said mushrooms.
Yeah, what else would purple be?
Acid?
There's lots of flowers that are.
Are you allergic to flowers? Or resistant to flowers? Sorry.
Are you resistant to flowers?
Roll for hay fever.
Okay, I have Lester Restoration. We'll be fine.
You know, I don't think I'm resistant to anything, oddly enough. I don't know if that's more of a I'm purple and weird thing, or more of a kobold thing. I haven't really had any chance to ask, and I haven't seen any red kobolds get caught on fire, so he'll shrug.
DM, just for my picture, Jesus. Initially, we were sent to bring the Viscount to Orton or to Ragrum.
Orton.
Orton. Okay, great.
And were you like leaving the bar, or are you still there?
I think we were.
I think you were in the process of leaving.
Correct.
Yeah, we're still in the bar. We haven't left yet.
Okay.
Because there's something I want to do before we leave.
Okay. Then I think this is the moment.
Okay. A bartender?
Yes.
I understand that we've been saying lots of things, and a lot of them don't make sense. I mean, lots of things happen every day that I can't make any sense out of. But I think it's really important that you don't tell anyone about what we said, because, you know, we're talking about the bot count and all that stuff, and he's kind of an important person. I just want to let you know that everything's going to be fine, and we're going to get taken care of, and there's nothing to worry about. But I also understand that you're in the business of making money, and we've been great services with all this wonderful ales and liquor that you've been giving us. But I need to pay you for your silence, because I understand that, you know, everything's money and you could probably make some money off this information. So how about I'll give you 5 platinum and everything be okay?
5.
Make a persuasion check, and just for the hell of it, also a persuasion check with advantage.
So a persuasion and a persuasion with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I?
This is gonna be interesting.
Persuasion,
Okay.
and then persuasion with advantage.
So, as you start talking to him, and you say that, like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna fix everything, you can kind of suddenly, like, see, like, a relief fall off his shoulders, as it were, as, like, with the things he was hearing about the Viscount, he was actually starting to get worried. That's, like, his entire job and, like, this entire place functions around, like, the Viscount.
Yeah.
And with that, you're fairly sure that he's not gonna sell you out.
Okay. Well, I just used 60 gold, guys. We wanted to go blow some money. We did it.
Also, I will say, like, everyone but Hephe probably realizes that with the group of you just paid for, like, a year's worth of his for his, like, day-to-day expenses, as it were.
Holy
That's how
Get
you
some
make
more
a...
whiskey options.
I was gonna say, this is how you make a bartender for life. Because if we come back and he recognizes us, he knows, like, oh sweet, they're here again.
He's gonna like, the next time you come here, if it's long enough, this entire place is gonna be upgraded.
Yeah,
Gonna have
we
windows.
expect a wider selection next time.
The guard is just gonna look at it. Are we leaving?
Yeah.
Is there anything before you
I'm
wanted
just
to grab
gonna
before we
roll-
go?
I'm just gonna roll something for something Fluke's been doing throughout this whole thing. I think sleight of hand makes the most sense, but yeah, okay, it turned out okay. If anyone
What is it?
can inquire, he's been fiddling with a coin.
It's just fiddling, like...
Yep, just scratching at it.
Hey, everybody's got a tick.
Yeah.
As we're leaving,
Wanted
the
to see how
guard is
good
just
he
looking-
did, and he did pretty decent.
What are you gonna say, Decorm?
It's gonna look him in the eye and say, and just so you know, I know what you got in your cellar.
Can Azri insight Decorm to see if he's bullshitting?
Sure.
You know, I
Luke
want to do that
believes he's
too.
bullshitting.
I'm like, wait, what? I'm just confused. I want to know what's going on.
Because Azri's 90% sure she's bullshitting, but on the off chance he's not... No one
Luke
trusts
just assumes
Decorm.
he's
That's-
A bit of advice.
I'm gonna say, like, Porcelain is the least sure, but the rest of you know Decorm. He is just, like, making a bluff, as it were.
Now, can I insight the bartender to see how he reacts to that known bluff?
Sure,
May I as well?
of course.
Making sure.
Don't they know my secret to my bloodline is real blood?
It's gonna be like, yeah, there's some potatoes.
He
in my
seems
cellar. What's-
very confused, and you kind of look around, and this does not seem to be a place with a cellar.
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, I wouldn't worry about my friend here. He likes playing jokes.
You can tell by the
right.
narrowed eyes.
Porcelain's gonna leave.
Yeah, it's time to go now.
Goodbye.
Imagine Decorm said that as he was walking out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, Fluke's doing the same, and he's actually following Miss Jasper, actually.
Mr. Jasper,
So-
right?
In this case.
Honestly, when Teak asked, as I recall, when Teak asked Porcelain, "Are you a guy now?" she just shrugged.
That's fair.
Gender
So-
neutral, non-binary.
Whatever,
Shall
man.
Shall we meet at 5 o'clock at the gates? I have 2 more things I want to do. Just some preparation, and then be on our way to Rubel.
I mean, I would like to talk to Vassia. So that sounds good to me.
How do you and me go talk to Vassia then while he goes and does his preparations?
Teak, do you need to go to the blacksmith, or did you do that yesterday?
I went yesterday.
Yeah, great.
I'm fine. If you want to go there, I'll join you.
No, I want to see that armory guy.
Oh yeah, I'll join you for that
I
too.
really need some armor before we get into Rubel.
If he's gonna go see the armor, I'm gonna give him my chainmail, and I'll say, just get what you can for it, and if you can't get anything, just donate it. I don't need it anymore. They gave me this new plate.
This centaur-sized chainmail.
It could go on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you could separate that into 2 pieces. One that you can finish up for a human, one you can finish up for a horse.
basically that.
Definitely. I appreciate you a lot, but I'm not your runner boy.
I'll bring it. No worries. I'm going the same way.
Can you carry that 55 pounds?
Yeah,
You're awfully tiny.
Porcelain will step forward and it says, "I'll take it along with you, Dame Teak."
Oh, why? Thank you.
I appreciate y'all's help. Decorum, I don't appreciate your lack of help. And I'm gonna talk to Vassia now. I'm just gonna walk away.
Shall we see you later, Dame Teak and Sir Fluke?
And I'm also gonna look at Decorum and say, as I walk away, I'm gonna shake my head. Definitely not nightly. Definitely not nightly.
Oh.
Rude! Like, as we will actively say that, rude to Hephe.
Alright, let's go.
So Decorm wants to go to the armorer and to the office. But
Okay.
the post office, I think the post office, most of it, unless you want to do something there, we can discuss in outside of game.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's best because that wouldn't be
Teak is gonna-
very interesting, I think. Okay.
Does Teak have good animal handling? Out of curiosity.
Unnecessary.
She just likes them.
Likes animals.
He's Azuna from Azumanga Daioh, who always tries to go and pets the cat and gets bit.
What kind of gnome?
Why can't I love you?
Rock gnome.
Okay. Can't talk to them. That's
So Decorm wants to go to the armory. What does the rest want to do? And if you could put it in chat, because otherwise I'll probably forget again.
I know Hephe and Asri were going to Vassia.
Okay.
There should not be a Y in Hefe's name.
You can put it there if you want to.
I hope I spelled her name right.
Same way I spelled it.
Yep.
And Teak was gonna go,
With the core.
yeah, to the armory with the Decorum.
So what's Fluke doing? What does the Fluke
Uh,
do?
I guess I'll split it even. Go to Vassia, just because I'm concerned about Hephe.
Yeah, you're of a person that's not too keen on it, so it's probably a good idea that you be the voice of reason of saying, now, is this actually gonna work, or are we just listening to the centaur that thinks he can do whatever he wants?
Well, the funny thing is, Fluke suggested it, but then Hefe's like, "Yeah, right," and then Teak's just like, "Well, there is a risk," and Fluke's like, "Oh, there's a risk," and Hefe's like, "Ah, nah, don't worry."
I mean,
There's
listen,
no risk.
Listen, if you can't expect a life cleric to bring somebody back to life, what the fuck are you even being a life cleric for?
Keep
The
life going.
cleric is basically first gonna kill the person he's bringing back to life to be able to bring him back to life.
Exactly.
And that's how you become a cleric of life and death.
A cleric of
Then-
undeath, if you will.
Let's first to the armory, as that would be closest. So I imagine you approach, what's his name again? Captain Eros.
Mm-hmm.
And when you ask about it, he'll lead you to the armory. And He looks at all of you and he says, "I probably have something in your sizes. Not completely sure though." And yeah, he leads you to it, opens it up, and there are multiple like armors and things. I'm gonna do this. Can both you roll me a percentile?
Who is the both of you? Both of us?
Oh, sorry,
the three.
Porcelain and Decorm, because you
Oh.
wanted the armor, right?
Oh, so does Teak.
Oh, percentile?
Okay, in that case, Teak, what type of armor are you looking for?
For breastplate or something, medium armor.
Okay. Because in that
Isn't
case, he
chain-
will add that they have a lot less in Teak sizes, in gnome
In,
sizes.
in Teak size, I like that.
Okay.
The sizes of Dungeons and Dragons: gargantuan, huge, large, medium, and thick.
Exactly. So with that, Decorum, as you walk in, you start looking at plate armors, and literally the first armor you walk up to is like basically like it was made for you, like exactly your size, perfectly comfortable, and you kind of move around in it, or you like look it up and try and fit it on, and it's perfect. Porcelain, as you are going through that set, well, probably on like start somewhere smaller as they kind of arrange to sizes. As you go through them, the one you find fits a lot less, but still like it isn't perfect, but it fits, and you can make it work.
Mark it!
Teak, as you go by, like even the smallest size they have here are too large for you.
I'm so tiny.
I'm so tiny. What the f- That was great. You Keebler elf.
You Keebler elf.
And it was plate armor, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, I
Plate-
thought I responded. Plate armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any insignia or symbols on it?
There are like on the shoulders. There are 2 buttons attached to it with the insignia of the Pearson family on it. And you know that these buttons are kind of there to attach a cape to the armor, but they can be removed.
Oh, Porcelain, Teak, what do you think? I like this. It fits well, but it's so much metal.
Yeah.
It's not presentable. There's no flair to it. You can't put a. What do you think?
I could draw something on it for you if you want. Maybe paint. We could add to this if you want to. What would you want? What would you want added to it?
Less metal.
I could make
I
some.
like to have my clothes. I like to be presentable. And
I could make some of the metal look like gloves if you want. It would still be metal, so it would protect you, but it wouldn't look like metal.
you are the greatest little shit ever. We were talking about business earlier, but we got something here. In Ruble, there's a lot of nobles, there's a lot of knights, just like you. This is a valuable skill.
Yeah, I can't do
It
that
would-
many at one time, though.
We'll work on that. But okay, imagine it. Go to a party and still. No, that's a terrible tagline.
We'll think about it.
I can full think about it. I'll take it. And I'll start putting it on and this breastplate. What is he going to do with his breastplate? Because he wants to keep it.
I'd like a breastplate.
Oh, well, this is.
Breastplate is about your like your full body size is where.
It's like a shield.
Oh,
Plus,
Ralgo.
it is my it's my family's, so I don't know if you want to be associated with that.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
why?
shouldn't we? I like you. I'll probably like your family, but never met them.
You're going for the most subtext in one syllable sent award, Cherry, or?
You haven't met my family.
Porcelain will say to Teak, Dame Teak, didn't you want to sell this off for Hephe? I say as I have this armful of chainmail.
Oh yeah. We should.
And that's Sir Captain.
Yes.
Sir. He got this chainmail, which is probably too big for any of your guards, but there's a lot of metal in it that can be resized. And we got this mace, right?
Sorry? What was the last thing?
The mace. We have this mace, right?
We do have a mace. Do we want to get rid of it?
Yeah, we were keeping that, I thought.
It explodes.
Yeah, it does right now.
Rather surprised you'd want to get rid of it.
Can I? I first want to study that mace more closely. Before we give it away, maybe I can find a way to cancel that spell, and it would be way more useful, and also way more valuable.
Well, we got a bunch of metal. Is this like, where did Hephe get this chainmail again?
That's what I started with.
And good sir, this is special. It comes from the wilderness. Exotic.
The Lost Swamp.
That's what it's called, right? The wilderness, like.
It's called the Lost Swamp.
Okay, well, I thought like everything outside of it was just called the wilderness, but.
No. Yeah, Hephe is also like from like the other side of the continent as well.
Oh, even better. It's from the other side of the continent. This metal, nobody in the snoozing watch has ever touched metal like this.
He kind of looks it over. Well, the craftsmanship is certainly not something I've ever seen before, but this seems to be just regular iron.
I mean, if you wanted to look at it like that.
What do you wish to do with it? You're trying to sell this to me?
Yeah. For the highest amount possible.
He says that out loud. I love it.
Honesty. It's the best policy.
Or trade. Teak, is there anything in here that you like?
Not really, no. Thank you.
Oh.
Like
Porcelain?
40 gold pieces for it.
I say as I've been trying on this plate armor that I'm quite sure is not the same, is definitely more than chainmail armor, no matter how big it is. I've already got a bit of a deal going. I'm fine with this.
So money. Or
you know what? I can. It would be a waste, I think, to redo this craftsmanship. It's not something we can do, and we would have to like melt it down and turn it into something else. I'll give you 30 gold pieces for it if you would also bring it to my personal quarters.
I look at Teak.
What?
What?
Does that sound like a good deal to you?
Yeah, sure. But why do you want my judgment in this? I'm not really a
I gave it to you.
Well, you
This is your responsibility.
Literally Teak's responsibilitas.
All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
And where are your quarters?
No, you stop by. should remember. You probably. How about you follow me? Then I can immediately pay you once it's there.
Oh,
Alright.
no, we can also just bring it.
Don't you want to get paid immediately then?
Fair point.
I scoop up the chainmail.
And he will bring you, and you will note that he pays you out of his own pocket. You've sold it to him, not to the snoozing watch, as it were.
Ah, that's why he wanted it.
Well, that's what's the sell I'm trying to make. That's fair.
They're 30 gold pieces, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything else I can help all of you with?
Is it possible to borrow horses for our trip to Rubel?
Of course.
Great.
Ooh.
It's with the help you're providing right now.
That's pretty great, but I want to ride Hephe as possible.
I mean, I'm not gonna force you to borrow a horse.
I've been saying that out loud since the first episode.
But this is the first time we come.
I thought Azri always rode Hephe. Isn't that what she said?
We kind of swap sometimes. So yeah, maybe one horse for the two of us, and we can switch out.
Do you have any ponies?
We'll have a look at what how many horses. I'm sure we can spare enough horses, but let's see which ones are to your liking.
Or maybe, Mr. Armorer, sir, would you have like a double saddle that we could use for Hephe? We can both.
Oh God.
Porcelain's actually
Double
gonna laugh at that. She's going to say, "I'm not certain such a thing exists."
Don't know if you don't ask.
I need to check something. Is this the one? I think so. Blah blah blah. No. I heard in Filford these types of saddles are a thing, but we don't have them in here.
Where did you say?
Vilford, the blue country on the map.
Ilford. Ah, okay.
Oh. Huh.
Okay.
Lot of halflings there.
Okay. Then maybe just a horse for the two of us.
And they'll lead you to the stables, and I'll say you spend some time, I figure, finding a couple of horses that are to your liking.
Are they
As
draft
we-
horses? Are they riding horses or war horses?
Riding horses.
Okay.
As we go to Hephe, Fluke, and Ezra. As you make your way up to the tower again. Sorry, Hephe stairs.
Sorry, Hephe. Question: How long does it take to attune to stuff? That's a full short rest, right?
An hour.
Never mind then. I was gonna see if I could let him use the cloak of Arachnidia to just climb up the wall of the stairs, but never mind.
I mean, the stairs is just... It's ladders that are a real problem.
Stairs are fine. Ladders, they're my nemesis.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Stairs are still a problem. It's just not...
Not as of a problem.
Yeah.
You've seen Billy Goats jump? I
It's
can do
going
that a little
down
bit.
the stairs that gets scary, okay?
They're not designed for hooves.
As you climb up there, as you enter, Vasya is there alone. You can see now the all the bodies that you brought in are kind of laid out and being kept I don't know what they would expect.
Magically
But they make
preserved?
sure they're in good condition and that nothing can happen to them.
Is Sybil still have the copper penny on her head for gentle repose?
Yeah.
Okay.
She would be able to recognize what that is doing.
Oops, I didn't mean to cast spell. Oh, I didn't do that. Never mind.
Yeah, that was what I was going for, Flip, but then I realized, like, wait, they technically already are being magically preserved, so...
Well, I didn't want to put in there that they're magic beef jerky, so I figured preserved was better.
They're not dried, okay?
Yet.
But with that, as she looks up to all of you, can I help you with anything? New spells you're looking for?
Not so much spells as it is spell components. Now, we had an idea. Tell us if we're crazy. I mean, this is your Viscount. I understand that we probably need your approval, and you're a smart magic lady, so I figured come ask you about it. Now I'd already cast a spell magic on one of those pyramid things, and that's what caused Sybil to disappear. Unfortunately, it took too long for me to get over there and cast Gentle Repose on her, so it took more than a minute. So I can't do anything about that. But I have Revivify. And if I have a diamond worth 300 GP, I might be able to actually dispel that magic pyramid that's got his soul in it, and then cast Revivify. I mean, I guess I'd have to cast Gentle Repose and then Revivify, because of a ritual I'd have to do. But I think I'd be able to bring him back. But if I had a diamond worth 300 GP.
She starts thinking, and she stays quiet for a solid 5 to 10 minutes, where she's just kind of staring and thinking about all kinds of options.
And while she's doing that, I'm recast Gentle Repose as a ritual on Sybil.
Oh, that's so nice.
She says, I am honestly not completely sure. The magics that Teak and I come up with, I'm confident in it, but it's also a variation of very dark magic, as it were.
Yeah, I personally don't like dark magic. I don't know about you.
That's why, and I'd think, or at least I'd imagine... Well, it's a question I've been asking is, if they wanted to hold that power over the Viscount's soul, why would they leave that option for us, as it were?
Well, I mean,
they must have known we could bring him back like that, but with your case, it feels more unplanned, as it were.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the hags expected me and everybody to come up and actually find them, and then on top of finding them, beating them, and then on top of beating them, finding their magic little hidey hole with all the extra stuff in it.
Well,
I don't think it went according to their plans. Is what I'm saying.
That's true, but I might have made an assumption here, but I imagined from the stories you've told that these hags were working for the Demon Lord.
Correct.
And
I definitely think that's plausible. I know what plausible is.
No, Hephe, let me confirm for you. The Demon Lord told me that these were in fact his servants. So the reason he tried to pull us in there to replace the servants we killed.
I mean, more reason not to use demon blood.
Right, that's what I mean. You can never be too sure with Demon Lords how far they've planned things ahead, and what's a plan, what's something they just manage to make use of in the moment. I would have to confirm it with his brother, of course, but I honestly would feel more comfortable, I think, if we go that route than the ritual we had before.
I'm going to look at Fluke, see if he has anything to say. I know Fluke is kind of against the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's well established and it's not on us specifically. You know, as long as you're willing to share in the blame if this doesn't work.
Would for the ritual that do you need? Because you said you needed the diamond, right?
Yeah, I need a diamond worth at least 300 gold.
Do you need one singular diamond, or is it possible for you to use multiple diamonds that are total worth that amount?
I think it can be any number of diamonds as long as it all together is worth that amount.
Okay, then
I think
we
it's more about the
should have-
sacrifice.
Then I should have enough diamonds among my spell components here. And she starts looking at a couple of drawers, and she picks out 4 diamonds that total that together total about 350 in worth.
I like it.
I will start to start counting out platinums. 1, 2.
I mean, I don't think we need to pay for that.
Oh.
No, this is on cost of the watch, as it's said.
And also, I think the more people we have to help me, the better. This ritual's kind of tricky because it's not just on me; it's also on the Viscount to want to come back.
So wait,
All right,
if the Viscount doesn't want to come back, he won't?
Let's find his brother, and we can all talk about it, and you can explain the ritual in more detail so that we know what we're getting into.
I think that's a good idea.
While Hephe and possibly Fluke do that, I have a question. Side note: this gentle repose that's a ritual, correct?
It is a ritual, yes.
He's sorry. Then is that something that? And I'm assuming that Vasya is a wizard. That is an assumption I've made that can get corrected, I guess, now. But she's gonna say, if as a wizard, would you happen to know that ritual yourself?
I know of it, but I have never attempted it myself.
Understood. Never mind.
But I mean, I know it.
I think I have to learn it from a wizard spellbook.
Ah.
Has to be written.
Your
It has to
ways
be
of
written
casting
down.
spells are too different between the two of you two.
Yeah.
I get it.
I confirmed
was
that
like,
when
what are
I
you
asked.
trying to do?
Well, I confirmed it. Basically, I, as a player, confirmed it when I asked to learn something from Teak, because her spells come from a wizard spell list as well. But it also matters the style. It has to be written down in a physical format for me to learn it.
Fair enough.
Yep. I already got my
Really
confirmation.
useful for you.
Yeah, I was just hoping that since she was a wizard, it might be in her spell book. It's not. It happens.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know you were trying to get a spell. I thought you were trying to do something to make something better for what we're trying to do.
I was trying to see if I could learn Gentle Repose and then help you guys with this.
Be creative.
And while you are going to the to the rest of the group actually, because they are with the captain, I suggest we go on break.
Alrighty. Break time.
Sorry.
Break time. I had myself muted apparently, and I didn't put on that. Question: I just now realized something. Is TeamSpeak like Discord in the sense that if you mute it or if you deafen yourself, you're also muted?
No.
Okay, I just have realized. I'm like, I wonder if I deafened earlier and you guys were still hearing me hack up a lung. Which
No,
I mean, I
that's
expect
also,
you probably were through them, but
Oh, it does mute speakers
Yeah.
/ headphones. It is both. Oh, no, speakers / headphones. So it's not both.
Yeah, no, it is both, because they don't want you to not hear anything but just start yelling, as it were.
Huh.
At least from what I understood, because if I click, could you hear me talk about if you could hear me, yes or no?
nope.
No. Okay, so I
You
guess
cut out.
it does both. Huh. It shouldn't, in my opinion.
No,
Why can I not delete this fucker's message? What?
wait, he's too strong.
I'm out.
The
I can
bots
put
are
him in
too strong.
timeout. I can block him.
Got too much money to pay you in exposure.
No, he wants us to pay him
Gaat gebruiken.
Yeah, and it's all exposed.
for exposure. This is the reverse commission, asshole.
Yeah, I saw someone on my Twitter. It's just like never worked for YouTubers. It's like yeah, it's just like I'm sorry, 50 is just too low for what I'm doing. It'd probably be 50 apiece, and I'm really backed up right now. And they're like, what? No, 50 was what I was charging you for the honor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen those before. I think Dark City has a great video on merchandising and how to be a good customer, as it were, when you're a YouTuber looking for art.
I mean, I just try to commission it like anything and just be like, hey, I am going to use this for YouTube. Is that okay if other people see this?
That's one of the things that they said, like, make very clear that you're gonna, like, show this or what they were going for, sell this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess you're right, because you are selling it as a brand. I didn't really think of it that way.
Well, yeah, the video they made was specifically out like they were making their first merchandise and they were just showing the processes were.
Gotcha.
So there was like literal merchandise, and at that point, like very clear that this is something you're gonna sell.
You're right, yeah. It's just one of those, like, when you say it, I realize I just didn't think of it before.
Oh, yeah. So,
I'm allowed to be dumb.
no.
Seriously, where is delete?
Gone forever.
Okay, we
Get back on track?
yeah.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
This is taking long. So, Decorum, Porcelain, and Teak, as you are standing at the stables, you've selected a couple of good horses.
Can we
Going for 5 horses, I think?
Yeah.
Or 4?
4.
Porcelain and Lady Teak?
Dame. The proper title is Dame.
Are you correcting him?
Not in character, no.
Yeah, 'cause,
You should.
Very good, because Decorm was about to walk out.
Lady is not a knight. A dame is.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Decky?
What's up, Teak?
Don't we want to take the bad and the sick horses so the Snoozing Watch get a better review from the general?
What? Why would they get a better review from the general?
Well, if the general comes here and he only sees the least...
I get what you're saying.
Sorry,
If the horses
sorry,
look like ready to go.
Red wine, so talking is a lot difficult right now.
It's
Like,
3 p.m.
If he comes here and he only sees crappy horses, that's gonna leave a worse review than if he comes here and he only sees the best horses.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, if the best horses would be in the stable, they would be doing something wrong, right? It would make
No,
more
because
sense.
it gives
You're
the
not there.
perception that I'm not.
You're with me, right?
Oh, you're right. My mind.
You'll arrive in a couple of moments.
Yep. I apologize for interrupting.
I mean, the good horses should be in use.
Well,
That makes sense.
normally they would, but the Snoozing Watch is famous for its snooziness.
Well, ideally, they wouldn't have any lame or sick horses. I look around. Do they have lame and sick horses?
They have a couple of old horses. None of them sick or like clearly incapable, as it were. Like,
Let's take the
from your like compared to your inspection, the horse seems to be actually doing pretty well in comparison.
I'd say it's one of the few things they're doing right around here.
Let's take the old ones. They have more experience.
If you would like an old mare, let's get you an old mare.
So,
What are you gonna call your horse, Decky?
I learned it all the old bear.
They've already got names, Dame Teak.
My own sorry, dear.
at this point, I'd say that the rest of you walk in, or at least like come into the courtyard and see them at the horses' stables.
Mr. Stable Person, sir, what's the name of my horse?
Hephe.
Please say Hephe. Please say Hephe.
I'm here. How's it going, Decorum?
Please say Hephe. Please say Hephe. What's the name of her horse? Please say Hephe. Please.
Okay, so what's the name of this horse then?
That would be Grape.
Grape.
Yes.
Grape.
Grape.
Oh, that one is mine. Oh, that's a great name. I love that.
Grape.
Does he like red wine?
Please don't feed him any wine.
That would literally kill a horse.
Would it?
Yeah, their
Probably.
livers are super sensitive.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
don't
can
you know
kill
the
him.
old song? You,
You can,
horses don't get wine, they get beer.
you can kill a horse by feeding it a turnip.
It's true. Oh my god. I remember watching a fucking thing about that. Oh my
and
Nice.
what
Sent
was
by
this one
turnip.
named? What's the other one named?
The ones you have here, they're grape, pepper, salt, and the small one is lean.
Lean?
I want Peppa.
I'm just gonna ask, why are they often named after foods? I'm not opposed to it. I like the idea. I'm just curious.
No, you're Hephe.
Well, obviously they eat them afterwards.
Sometimes the winters get very long here.
But wouldn't one of the little ones be on the little horse, and then another one of you would be on Hephe?
Yes.
There's 3 little ones though.
No, there's 3 regular ones and 1 little one. The little one's name is Lean.
But there are 3 little people.
Oh, that's right, Fluke. I keep forgetting that Fluke's tiny.
He's a...
Luke's
He's
a
a
medium
tiny-
creature, isn't he?
Wait,
Nope,
are
kobolds
kobolds
are
medium?
small.
No,
I thought
both are
so.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, you have this is we got the shorty squad over here.
It's me remembering he's a cobalt, not a dragonborn.
Oh, fair
That's
enough.
fair.
So then we would have needed 2 small horses.
Or 2 people on one regular, 2 small people on one regular horse. Or...
No, we couldn't find a 2-person saddle. Apparently those are only in Vifert.
Oh, in Bifford. Jeez.
Or
That's right.
yeah, that's right.
I just one of those like I missed that earlier. As well. Oh Jesus.
Lots of halflings in Vilfort.
Well, if you want another pony, we
what?
have this is Toadstool.
I love the name Toadstool.
That sounds
Ow!
Okay, somebody's been watching too much Game Grumps. Not really. It's not possible. Actually, now I think about it. This is not the music.
All right, then we'll take grape, pepper, lean, and toadstool.
Wait, you can't separate salt and pepper. They're a duo master.
I look at the horse handler. Are they?
Well, they're twins, but they've been separated before. They just seem to like each other.
See?
I think we should keep family together.
I mean, they're fine. I mean,
Sounds like toadstool, salt, pepper, and lean.
Decorm with grape already like at the ready, basically.
definitely. Decorm is getting impatient.
Oh, and also, just so you know, Decorum, we're gonna go talk to the Viscount's brother. He's gonna have the final say of whether or not we're gonna try to resurrect.
Well, I would hope you would
Sure.
try and resurrect him. That's
No,
I
no,
thought
we
it
have
was the
another
Hoppers.
idea. I thought we have another idea that may do it quicker, possibly, that we want to explain to you not in the open. Which is why
that's-
we're apologizing to Decorum, who's already ready to go.
That's fair. He looks at Fascia. And
Oh, did
they
Nancy
kind
come
of,
with us?
yeah.
Okay.
She wants to
There's
also be
more-
there for the full explanation as well.
Yes,
What's that? What's-
two of the
what's-
leaders of this place, and we talked about horses.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, I really like that this is now immediately become more important than the whole thing.
I
What's
didn't
that all-
expect it to either.
What's that old saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat?
Wow.
Mo. He looks at you horrified, like, skin? One of us?
More ways.
I mean, it's important that you get all of the hide and leather after something's past of old age, right?
Oh.
I've never been so insulted.
He's going to like float up and hop on the back of Hefe's like where you're in and like just do the thinking man thing. Mo.
I mean, how else would you respect the fact that it lived for so long, right? I mean, you gotta use all of it.
Fluke's gonna just like lean into Ezra like that thing. It can't. Lord Chonkos can't even be skinned, can he?
No, he'll just poof.
Yeah, I thought so. Now he's having an existential crisis.
Oh.
I'll gladly love to hear your plan on the road. Please.
Well, the plan would prevent us from going on the road.
I mean, at least for like tonight. I mean, tomorrow we can go.
I mean, yeah, that's where we're. Even if we go with this alternative method, we're still going to Rubel after, I suppose, right? Just to, if only for a hopefully quicker means of dealing with the fire spirits. He says, just kind of like wiggling his claws.
And also, why are we leaving at night? That doesn't make any sense.
It's like almost 4 o'clock right now in the midday.
Well, I may or may not have already sent a pigeon ahead announcing our arrival.
I'll look at Bastia and I'll just be like, is it possible to send another pigeon?
Of course.
Just one pigeon, and then like 5 minutes later, disregard.
I mean, we could always just lie and say we were waylaid a day by bandits. I mean, it happens rather often, especially to us.
Yes, and then we could get actually waylaid, so it'd be 2 days, and it'd be great. I'm sorry, she's still she's just kind of laughing over at the idea of getting a message that simply says disregard.
Also, no, like, anything indication of what to disregard. Just disregard.
I mean, that's what will make the words make sense.
I know, Hephe. It's just sometimes when you say things, my brain takes them literally and not at what you're trying to intend before it interprets it. And sometimes that makes me laugh from the idea. Okay?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Can Teak, I, and Porcelain hear this idea?
Yes, please.
Hephe, you have the floor.
First go to our war room.
Evre, you have to give us the quick summary in our heads.
I mean,
right?
also,
I don't know how that works.
can we call it the peace room? I mean, we're not at war, right?
Aren't you at war with the fire spirits?
It is.
Are we talking about the fire spirits right now?
We're getting towards that. This is how you get to be able to get an army to fight towards the fire spirits, by getting this guy who leads the army back.
War
Remember?
room it is!
And you're brought to the same room as before.
In Decorm's head, she gives him the brief summary, and asks that when we get up there, from this bit forward, she'll be trying to speak out loud a smidge more on things, just because she doesn't trust Creope.
Who's Creope?
Wait.
The general that's coming to inspect it.
And who? Sorry, who are you talking about? That
Decorum.
Oh, okay.
I know what I can do.
You can just message Decorm if you're talking in his head. Or
Yeah,
what
I
are
was
you
just gonna
talking
type it in.
Okay. So they lead you to the war room. It's the room where you've met before with the whole council. This time it's just the 2 of them. And Fast will say, Hephe, could you, in greater detail, explain to Eros over here what it is you're planning?
Alright, so this is my idea, right? Evil magic is bad. Good magic is good.
Both
So therefore, if I can use good magic to do the same thing as bad magic, we should do the good magic instead. Now, this is what I'm thinking. Right now, we know that the Viscount's not actually dead until the soul leaves that little vessel that it's in. and I've already dispelled magic on Sybil's little thing, but I wasn't able to get over there in time to cast Gentle Repose because I was checking out like the other people who actually like I didn't know what happened. We were all confused. But then I cast Gentle Repose on her. So what I'm thinking is that if I dispel magic on the little pyramid thing that's got Viscount's soul in it, and then I cast Gentle Repose on the Viscount, so that way he's actually been dead for less than a minute, I can then cast Revivify, and Vasia's got a bunch of diamonds that are gonna work to like act as a spell component for that. And if we all like hunk around the body and like convince the body to come back, and if the Viscount wants to live, because he should, then he'll come back, and we don't have to go do no spooky demon blood magic and, you know, any of that other bad stuff. And then the Viscount can be here when the general comes, and, you know, that'll be a good thing because, I mean, looking around, you guys aren't ready, and having your leader here would be better than having your leader not here, you know what I mean?
And
Yes.
we got those diamonds.
Yeah, Vasia's got them diamonds, right, Vasia?
I do.
And if this goes wrong, can I still get the plate armor?
I mean, if this goes wrong, if
Well-
this goes wrong, we'll still have him gentle reposed, and we can still, like, I don't know, maybe go to like a better mage and Ruble. You know, we can still try that way.
Basically, the old plan would be the backup plan.
It can't really be the backup plan if the body has died.
That's the question is, what are the risks if it fails? Would the other plan still work?
Would it?
How
we would
we
need to
know?
find a more powerful cleric, no
Uh,
doubt, but we could probably bring him back all the same.
Once you dispel the veil, and I would say that at least Teak would notice, and she would probably have shared this with everyone. Once the veil has been dispelled, your only option is some form of resurrection ritual. Like
Which
the
is,
whole
yeah, okay.
other thing that you were talking about last session won't work anymore.
And so, you know, not having to use evil blood magic, that sounds like a good idea either way.
Yeah, I'll agree that that's a better way. I would still like to know the risks involved, though.
I mean, the risk is that if I don't do it right, then we have to go to Ruble, and somebody else has to do it better than I did. The risk of the other plan is that we're doing evil dark magic for a dark demon god, and who knows idea what that's gonna happen.
You know what? I trust Hephe. I think you can do it.
I mean, I can't do it by myself. I'm
Perfect.
gonna need the
Make
help of
a
everybody around here.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Decorm approved.
The quorum approved.
The Decorm seal of approval.
We want to.
17. Alright, if you truly believe you are capable of this, then it does definitely sound better than using blood magic. Or whatever the magic is. You know that stuff.
Okay, so now we gotta come up with a way for everybody to try to help me with this resurrection ritual. So like the things that you can do is make it easier for the soul to come back, or convince the gods of a soul that it should come back. Maybe you can help me out with the ritual in some other way, by like helping with components or something. I don't exactly know. I haven't done this before. But I'm gonna trust Pool of Hell to guide me through it, and Vasia and Teak with their vast knowledge of magics to know what might help with this. So, do we want to explain these homebrew rules to people that aren't familiar with it?
I will say just as a recap for everyone. During the resurrection
What home
ritual,
rules?
As Hephe is performing the ritual, everyone can in some way help with the ritual, and they make a check of which the DC is slightly varied, but will be around 15 probably. And everyone who makes it will give Hephe a bonus to a check that he makes at the end. Oh no, actually, to a check that the Viscount himself will make.
Yeah.
And if he makes his save, then he'll be resurrected. If he doesn't make his save, then the spell fails.
Right.
And he'll still be gentle repose, so
Yeah.
the spell just doesn't happen. So we can still maybe try it again, or I don't know. I don't know if
the
we can,
spell
but we won't have enough
failing
diamonds.
consumes. That's what I was gonna say. It still consumes the diamonds. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Thankfully,
sounds, like,
gentle
it sounds like the
repose-
only real risk is that the soul's now back in the ether instead of just being contained, and that all the diamonds are gone. So we have to find more diamonds.
Yeah, I suppose we're not often given the scenario where we can just take time, cast gentle repose, you know. Well, usually it's more of a rush. So, yeah.
All right. At this point, Azri will turn to look at the Viscount's brother, his name is not Ellen.
It's
Eros.
Eros.
Yeah.
Captain Eros. That's why, because it starts with a C, and I was looking for Pearson's.
No,
There we go.
okay.
Yep. No, my brain just found it. There we are. Captain Eros. Okay, so she will look to Eros to see. Well, we are all ready to try this, but we want to make sure, as his brother, that you are okay with us trying this, because again, you now know some of the risks and complications.
If you can kind of like see him like struggle as he doesn't have a very good grasp of magic and how things work, but weighing the risks, as it were, he'll say, I would feel more comfortable, and I know my brother would as well, if he was resurrected by a more divine being than a demonic one, if that makes sense.
It
I
does.
would-
You'd rather use Hefe's magic than a demon's
Yes,
magic.
Speaking gibberish.
So
I mean, so maybe you should chant that while we're doing the resurrection, and you just say, "Now listen, brother, we're gonna bring you back one way or the other, and would you rather it be good magic or demon magic? So you should come on back while we're doing this good magic right now, because I mean, one way or another, it's gonna be brought back."
I lean to Decorm and say, "Is that how you speak to the dead?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is that how you speak to the dead?"
What?
Can you not hear me?
No, I don't understand.
For speaking to the dead, just directly like that, like you're having a conversation.
Well, it's during my ritual
Oh,
that I'm doing.
Decorm is just gonna go, yeah. I don't know.
Nah.
Guess.
Do I look like someone who regularly speaks to the dead?
You've been in this group longer than I have. I don't know how many times you guys spoke to the dead.
We spoke to many things. The dead, not so much.
So, are we gonna do this or not?
Looking at Eros, and then
Yeah,
she looks over to Hephe.
Can I inspect the body to see what kind of condition it is for resurrection? Like, what I'm trying to get is what the DC needs to be for his check.
They'll bring the body into the bar room as there's a bit more space for everyone to hold the ritual.
Okay.
Make a medicine check.
Medicine check. Oh!
Oof.
With 13, you figure it's been mostly in a good condition. It has been. You notice that there are a couple of like bruises and like smaller wounds that haven't been healing properly in this unconscious state, as it were.
Could I cast Cure Wounds to help?
Sure.
I'm going to cast it at first level for now to see what it does.
Before the ritual, you kind of like go over the body with your cure wounds and like get it in as best shape as you can. For resurrection purposes, you have a feeling that the state of his body is not going to be like a negative on it. It's going to be You're not sure if it will make it easier, but it will definitely make it. You're definitely sure it won't make it worse.
Okay. I'm not sure how violent killing somebody is just by taking away their soul is. So I guess before we do this, how is everybody gonna help? Like I'm casting the ritual, so I don't think there's anything that I can do extra. Yep. So how are the characters in the party, and I guess Vasya and what's his name? Eros. Yeah. Gonna help with the ritual.
Vasya will help with setting up the ritual rites and kind of just lending her magical expertise into how to set all of this up.
Okay.
And Eros is just gonna literally do what you told him, and just kind of like you can like hear him, like almost like he's commanding troops as to like, no, you have to come back now. If you don't, shit's gonna get bad.
Asri's going to put her hands on his head, kind of, and try to align her key to his, and open like up her silent speech to try to direct towards him, to try and like give like a beacon of sorts to like, hey, this is where your body is, this is the direction.
Okay.
Let's try.
I like it. That's creative.
Teak will order some people to gather some timber. She constructs like a small room around the place where they are setting up the resurrection, and carving runes into all the different wooden surfaces to basically open up the veil with the other side a bit more.
Okay. Decorm, porcelain?
Luke?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I knew
Yeah.
I forgot someone.
I mean, unless anyone has anything better for Fluke, he was probably going to recount the body with the heroic tale of us slaying the hag, because I've renamed it to Fate, Fortune's Fervor, because why not? But basically use Inspiring Leader on him.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay. Interesting.
Inspiring
He
leader.
does-
Listen, we're amazing. Come back to your body. Got it?
You know that bitch.
You want to?
You know that
You
bitch you took
really,
your
really
soul
want
out.
to meet us. You really want.
Listen,
You know-
I need this story to have a happy ending, otherwise I can't tell it in the bar.
You know that hag that took your soul? We killed that bitch.
I stabbed her in the head.
You're safe to come back now.
You flying stabbed at her, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Just
It
left
was
in the
awesome.
Exactly.
I don't mean to brag, but it might have been the best thing ever.
You got to see when I one up myself next time, man. Come back to
Yeah,
us.
you can't miss the next one.
So I believe that lasted Decorum and Porcelain.
Decorum and porcelain still.
Decorum will join the brother because he basically also wants to just make a plea like, hey, you're a noble, you have your responsibilities, you're not, just do your duty, you haven't done it yet.
Okay.
I'll buy you a drink.
And porcelain?
Let me buy you a drink.
Porcelain will take out the bottle of wine that I took from the tavern, and I'll put it near his corpse, because I know, not corpse, his body.
Not his not corpse.
Because I know you're supposed to give some kind of offering when you're communing, I guess. And she'll just quietly say next to him, your brother's calling you.
Okay.
Ring,
I'd
ring.
like porcelain, decorum, Fluke, to make charisma checks.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna have to make a
Oh,
roll
yes.
for amount of successes.
My recount-
Can I use my forceful presence on this?
Please?
Not sure. I think that works.
Just
I like how
One
it's
dragonborn
scaled.
to another.
about this. He feels like the Viscount just fucked up real bad.
I like how all the scaled people are basically just hype talking him, just like, come back, brother, get your lazy ass
we
up.
needed that.
Oh yeah. Then for Fascia and for Teak, it will be an intelligence check.
All right.
This is the first time Fascia had a good roll since I started rolling for her.
Good.
That's good.
Hey.
Middle of the road once again.
And for both Hephe and Ezra, I'd like a wisdom check.
What about Eros?
Eros also rolled a charisma check.
Okay. And I'm making
And
a
he
wisdom
succeeded.
check?
Oh!
Ah.
Why couldn't have been one less?
Yeah, you want that ones.
Oh, there we go. Good.
Lucky's nice, man. Lucky halfling.
No, it is.
That means he rolls with advantage.
Yeah.
I passed.
And with that, he has a big bonus, so a lot of successes.
Big.
And advantage.
Everyone has 9 temporary hit points.
Huh. Everyone?
This is probably going to take more than 10 minutes, so I mean...
Well, yeah, the ritual itself is 10 minutes plus the casting of the spell, which is instantaneous. So the whole ritual's 10 minutes long.
Well, most everyone. He'll recount anyone else.
I just didn't know how many people you can give it to, and there's a few extra people.
So
I know-
as you finish your
Chonkers can't get
chant,
anywhere.
hopefully he comes back from the dead.
As you're chanting, and Hephe is finishing his spell, there's this like second of silence as everyone's looking. Like the magic seems to have like taken effect and it's gone, and everyone's kind of looking. The materials have been gone. Actually, the wine also will be gone.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
And there's this slight moment of pause as suddenly like as the Viscount steps up. I think his total was like 34.
Oh!
Whoa.
A lot of successes and very high roll for him.
I'll take it.
Nice.
And
He's
I'll just
back.
look around and I'll say, and then I'll look around and I'll just nod, and then I'll look towards my pack and I'll just whisper, "Thank you."
No problem.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Wait, did Decorm hear that? He was whispering.
Huh?
Yeah,
I thought we were your pack, Dick.
yeah. Hephe was talking about his literal pack, and the rest of you were
Oh.
as in troop.
Oh.
No,
Nah,
you missed
we a
squad.
squad.
No,
Where
pack
that
is
go,
in, like, it's
fam?
my pack where my vial of pool
Cool
health
health.
is what I was trying to do.
Ah,
I'm trying
okay.
to.
I had the same confusion then. I also said, yeah, sure.
Okay.
To help.
Because I thought you meant that.
Hey, you know, they can take it as me thanking them. I won't deny it.
I just made the joke
and then I'll
that-
just say, yeah, thank you guys too.
I was making a joke at Decorm being able to hear that.
Hey man, I'm used to being loud.
You can see like
He was talking
almost
to the Viscount.
immediately
I did
Eros,
whisper it very quietly.
Eros kind of
You-
like drops his whole like military persona and just like runs up and hugs his brother.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
He's
hard.
the little brother, isn't he? The Viscount.
Yeah, the Viscount
Anthony
is
is
the,
the
younger
little
brother,
brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony's baby brother.
I'll just nod.
because
in
Eros
happiness.
ran away.
Oh. That's knowledge. I didn't
Technically, only Siliqui, only Porcelain knows that.
know. Only Siliqui knows that.
I
She
mean, that's
probably
usually
knows
how
as well,
it
to be
is.
fair.
Still not wrong.
Still not wrong.
And you can see Anthony like very shocked, and like as soon as he woke up, he also immediately started like sweating, and he seems to be completely out of breath, and he's kind of like in a kind of like still combination of shock and panic, like looking around in a complete like flight or fight.
Okay, I'm gonna
mode still.
cast Calm Emotions.
I was just going to say, like, Hephe?
Yeah. Charisma saving throw. Yeah, he's not gonna resist that. He'll calm down a bit. Is where.
He wants everything to be fine.
Yeah, he really does.
Anthony,
Yes, where am I? What? I don't remember much.
Welcome back.
Thank you, I suppose.
who of us wasn't with you when you got taken by the hack?
Why? Why, Decorm? Why?
Don't
Why are you
remember
like this?
when
That's why.
I suddenly woke up in this like nether realm of blue creatures and floating fish, and then I got knocked unconscious. I don't remember much after that.
And before that?
We went to the inn. I was very happy because it was comfortable. I'd been sleeping on the road the night before.
Yeah, that was right after we had killed that familiar who tried to take him away.
Are we sure this is the Viscount? Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Actually, once that, hey, Decorm says that, may I as well?
Sure.
I tried to do the Harry Potter thing, like, does he remember a specific detail?
Yeah, he is very busy trying to remember everything that happened, but
He just came back from the dead. He's kind of had, you know,
Yeah.
an out-of-body experience.
That's his own fault.
It's like when
Okay. I knew it did that. I waited a second, but it didn't roll the 20,
Yeah.
like the 24 for a while. I was like, wait, what?
like when you have a coma patient wake up and you're like, did you see the vehicle that hit you?
what was his license plate?
And I was like, who's the president? Like, I don't want to say it sounds too crazy.
Okay, it's him.
I watched Home Alone and I want to say it's Trump, but that just doesn't sound right.
With the 16 and the 24, you give him a bit of time to kind of like start recuperating, and he at least seems to know, like, once he's got a bit of time to get the details right, he knows that Hephe and Decorm were doing something different. He didn't exactly know what they were doing, but he was told that they would be back in the morning. And after a bit, he'll also remember that afterwards, like when he was like being kidnapped, that he had for a brief moment had conversation with Ezra. He won't be able to tell you exactly what was told, or because he was both in a panic and about to be knocked unconscious. But with your insights, you figure that at least he knows everything that's happened to him, and he seems to behave like the Viscount you remember.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'm going to have to send a couple more letters because I created panic. Unnecessary panic. Good job, Hephe.
The,
I think you
Decorum.
can just send a letter and it just says disregard.
I'm gonna do that by your judgment.
does he actually?
Decorm leaves to start writing letters.
I was just saying that as a joke. Please say the Viscount's alive. You give all of us credit.
I'm back at the sleeping watch. I see.
Snoozing watch, bitch. It's not him! It's not him!
Snoozing watch, bitch. It's not him. It's not him. Examinus spiritus.
Did you get the perpetrator, or did you just retrieve me back?
Did you hear Fluke telling the tale about how we took care of everything? He was telling it real good.
I heard voices. They were talking a lot about responsibility and something about flying.
Did you feel inspired at all?
It was very alluring. Like, it was something I wanted to hear, but I couldn't, so I tried to get closer.
Well, I think Fluke should tell you it again. He told it so good that first time, brought you back to life and everything.
You can do that. And he looks at Fluke with saying that.
I mean, I did a good job helping. He's the one who brought you back to life, but his ears are actually folded. If a kobold could blush, she's getting a shower of compliments. Like, wow.
Yeah, he's gone from like light purple to deep dark purple.
There's a kobold's blood, and how does it interact with purple scales?
I'm turning plum.
I'm turning plum.
Oh.
Thank you for that, Baffle. That was great. I liked it.
Said wonderfully too.
Alright then, and he kind of looks around like not really knowing what to do, and then he just says, I'm honestly really quite hungry.
You hungry?
I don't
Perfect
have
time
it
to
prepared.
And
Fluke's gonna look up to like, do we have enough food to prepare a feast? Because I think it's appropriate.
I at least have rations.
Eros will
the
like
arbitrage
take
on
him by the
myself.
by the shoulder, and he'll say, "For now, let's give him some rest. That's tomorrow or tonight we'll see about the feast because it's definitely worth celebrating."
It's a good thing that you said that, because I was about to open up the door and shout feast.
I was imagining Hephe with the thaumaturge just like, just like puffing cheek, like holding breath, just like.
And they're just.
And Eros will start leading the Viscount first to the kitchen and then to his chamber so he can get a little bit of rest.
And a lot of bit of yum.
And the bestest of light meals.
The bestest of light meals. I love it. Knowing that now we've kind of got this underway, Asri's just kind of gonna be like, huh, that worked.
I mean, of
Up
course
top,
it
Hephe.
did.
No, that she's gonna like out loud though. She's gonna be like, all right, down low, Hephe, and go for a high hoof.
I will reciprocate with the hoof.
I can see it right in front of me.
And Fluke's just like, I am sorry about, in any way, doubting you, Hephe. I was just kind of still concerned. I'm still sad about Sybil, if that makes sense. You did excellent work there.
I mean, thank
we
you.
can still-
I know you were just being cautious. There's nothing wrong with, looking at all the different options.
I mean, technically it was my idea, but you know.
It was your idea to bring him back?
Well, I'm the one who brought up the option. I don't know why no one had brought that up before.
Earlier today, he did mention about the you casting Revivify, I believe.
Yeah, the combination of two was Fluke's option, at least, that he gave.
Which worked out.
Did. And Fluke, after getting over the slight bit of bashfulness, is actually going to go for a high five for Hephe. And let's see...
19!
Yeah, I think we managed that.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely. The average Fluke can jump twice its height.
I mean, there are jump mechanics and everything for it.
I mean,
There
eventually,
are.
when I get really high level, it's kind of... It's not the coolest feature, but I can use a bonus action to get advantage on acrobatics and athletics.
That's pretty cool.
So, now
It's like level 13.
With the Viscount revived but recovering, anything you want to do with the rest of your day? Yes, I think Decorm is writing at least 3 letters.
Now that it's like this, Asri would like to see if Vasya would let her comb through her spellbook to copy any ritual spells.
Vasya will let you. She will like put a marker down at like about halfway through, and just please don't copy anything from before that or from after that marker. You can look at it, but please don't.
Your personal works. Got it.
As you look at it, it's also like all above your pay grade level magic as well.
Oh yeah. I imagine it's like somebody getting into algebra and looking at a Calc 2 book.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, look, I recognize the plus symbol.
I imagine look at it like,
does not mean
my
what you think it
intelligence score is
means.
not high enough. My intelligence score is not high enough.
I also just had an when you said Decorm writing 3 letters, I can just imagine just like, Fluke, I need a favor. And then you speed cut, and then there's just a flying pigeon, then just arrow through it. I will not look bad.
And to what level spells can you copy?
3rd.
Holy crap.
You will
Hey man,
find
that's why I asked about the general pose.
Unseen Servant spell.
Okay.
The Detect Magic and Comprehend Languages spells.
Woo! I'll be
Let's
honest, Detect
see.
Magic and Identify were the ones I was going for, so and then I got Unseen Servants. That works. I get to have a Gerald.
Don't you already have Unseen Servant?
No. I have Find Familiar, Alarm, and Floating Disc.
Oh,
that's a
floating
different
disc, I'm
campaign.
gonna say.
Damn.
Hey, Teak, you can take one of your kill count.
Sorry, it was that, and then you said Detect Magic, Unseen Servant, and what was the other one? I'm sorry.
Comprehend languages, I think.
Comprehend Languages. I'm
Gotcha.
looking at it. But no, that's not something she. I was looking at other spells, but she wouldn't have any of those.
All good.
So how about that extra payment? Or says as he leaves the Owlery postal office.
Body's
Himself.
not even warm yet, Decorum.
His body's not even warm yet. Jesus! I love that.
Yeah, I feel pretty clever for that one.
Since Vasya is still there, she'll say, "I'm sure the Viscount will reward you properly when he's
I'll be honest, I'm
feeling
getting
better."
my
But
reward here.
I
Well,
would just like
don't-
his pledge to kill fire spirits.
I think we're gonna need to. We haven't explained that to him yet, have we?
I mean, I've explained it to Vasya and Eros, and I'm sure that they can fill it into the Viscount.
well,
Yeah.
I think it might be better if you tomorrow tell it him yourself when he is
Yes, leader
a
to
bit
leader,
more
right,
over the
Hephe?
weather.
I can agree with that.
Let's keep for now. Keep his keep everything as stress-free as possible. The first thing he quotes wouldn't be good for him to immediately hear about all the problems he's having. I'm hoping we can
Have at least one good night's
keep the
rest.
whole inspection under wraps as well, at least for tonight. Even that's gonna be hard though.
I think he can sleep tonight, and then tomorrow he can deal with being alive.
Excellent. And with that, I'm actually gonna quickly go and warn Eleni about this as well, so she can help me in that endeavor.
I
with
want to
that,
go
she
back to the
leaves.
bar.
And I was about to say, all of you are now standing in the war room.
What's the name of the bar that we went to earlier?
Was it
Not warm.
Wormhorn?
Wormhorn.
Warmhorn?
Do we want to go back to that bar?
I want to
Well,
go back to that bar.
can.
I want to tell the barkeep that everything is. Yeah, I want to go to Warmhorn, and I want to tell the barkeep that all is good and we did our job. Hours after our promise that we said that we'd take care of everything, we took care of it. He needs to know.
It's like,
I wanna
we're
start.
definitely getting those horses now. No debate now.
Warm as in temperature, not worm as in Alaskan bullworm.
Yes, I saw as soon as he
It's
hit
temperature,
send,
yeah.
like
Same time.
literally a couple of seconds before I
Yep.
hit send.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you. My bad. My bad.
And
I mean,
now
some
I can
people
get
say-
properly drunk.
And
That's
Asri will
actually
look
a
up
thing. Yeah.
and look back down at the spell book, and then look up and be like, "Give me a few hours. I'll be there."
Give me 6
Decorm
hours.
grabs the book and says nope.
Oh, I said,
Walks toward
I'll
the
be
door.
there.
No, don't worry. We'll be there till it's closed.
Because Asri's gonna
Just
not.
pat her on the shoulder, like, I'll get you alcohol.
Nerd.
She's gonna put her hands up and say thank you, and I will mark off the 15 platinum at this cost.
Okay.
That's the nice
Wait,
thing about
15 platinum?
It's 50 gold
Oh, okay,
per
yeah.
spell, and
nice
that's 3
thing about-
spells.
That's the nice thing about a spell book, though. With a spell scroll, you can fuck it up, and that scroll's disintegrated. Doesn't happen with a spell book.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, everyone except for Ezra, you return now to an open warm horn. And as you enter, the interior is mostly the same, but now behind the bar, like these large fires are burning. And the cat that was like laying there in first, it is now like, it almost seems like, you know, the Fire Lord in Avatar?
Uh-huh.
Ha!
It's like laying behind the fires.
Awesome.
And the whole like bar is now this like red warm glow over it. As it
Talkers
is
will
fairly
be on
busy
Decorm's
at the moment. Like there's a lot of people here. There's also a bit more staff now. And everyone's drinking, talking. No music playing.
I'm gonna walk into the bar, and then I'm gonna cast. Range 30. Okay, so I'm gonna get within 30 feet. I'm gonna walk up to the bar. I'm gonna find the barkeep, and I'm just gonna cast Beacon of Hope, and I'm gonna tell him, "Don't worry, we saved the day. Everything is fine, just like we promised."
That was a beautiful echo. I
It
don't know if
was.
it was on purpose.
It wasn't.
But it fit.
I don't know who that is, but that's awesome. It was beautiful and perfect.
Saving throws, death saving throws.
It just
Okay,
bestows
that's-
hope and vitality. I didn't care about any of the other
Yeah.
stuff. I just saw the hope, and I was like, he was worried earlier. I saw the worry in his face.
Morale
This is
of
like-
slogging
It's-
through a day of the
Yeah.
stress of we're not ready for inspection is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Like as you do that, like you can see, like when he saw you, you saw kind of like this memory of worry come back, and then as you cast it, that immediately like dissipated. But you also notice now that like the people who are living here are all soldiers who are all like very much dreading the upcoming inspection, leaderless inspection for that matter, and now are all like, you know what? What's the worst they can do? Send us here.
The Viscount's back.
Just send
Oh,
us
what's the worst
back.
gonna happen is they're gonna send us here.
And with that, like, there goes an enormous cheer through the entire bar. And though there still isn't any music playing because there aren't any people who are able to do so right now, it does now kind of feel like there's music playing, or there should be music playing, as it were.
Then I'm also gonna put down a platinum, and I'm gonna say a round of drinks for everybody. A round of drinks for everyone.
Does
You know
anyone?
what, he'll actually take that platinum and put it under the counter, and he'll say, "Ladies and gentlemen, could I, for one moment, get your attention to this beautiful man over here who just paid for everyone's drinks for the rest of the night?" And an enormous cheer, and like people start like walking up to you, Hephe, and like complimenting you, and like talking about how great you are, even though no idea who you are. And, like,
Hey,
a couple
They
of,
know
like,
now.
You know how you get the snoozing watch on your side to fight fire spirits? Get them all to know you as the really nice guy. And then when you come back, hey guys, I need some help. Some people are bullying me and my people. They're fire spirits.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
You bullying the nice man?
We call this hearts and minds.
Looks good.
You definitely have restored the hearts and minds of these people over here.
Luke's gonna actually ask, is anyone in... Oh. Bad.
What? You cut out.
Yeah, what'd you say?
My mic light was out, so I'm like, oh, I need to fix that.
Oh.
Crappy headphone mics are horrible. Anyway,
Yes.
Luke's actually going to just kind of look at the party and ask, does anyone actually know how to play anything?
I know how to play a lot of things.
Instrument decorum.
I know that.
Please, I want Decorm to pull out like a violin and play just a beautiful song like right now and just blow the socks off everybody.
You have got an instrument?
And I don't. I mean, I've got an idea for entertainment, but you know, music would be nice.
Anybody got an instrument?
The barkeep. I do have this old. That's not a violin. Oh, he would also have a violin. This is old violin and a lute over here. Oh, and also a flute. And he'll hand them to you if you like. They're fairly old, but definitely usable.
Yeah, give me the flute.
He'll give you the flute.
Can I cast some
Luke's
guidance on his performance?
You can cast guidance on him. We'll see if he's going to perform.
Okay.
Teak.
Yeah?
Teak.
Yeah.
What you told me at the hourly. Do that on this flute.
I think I can. I'm not sure. I could try it.
What are you trying to do?
Let's try it.
I'll use magical tinkering.
Okay.
I'll touch the flute, and whenever tapped by a creature. Yeah, but a non-verbal sound. It continually emits a non-verbal sound.
Okay. What non-verbal sound do you make it play?
Can I make it play like a simple melody, like a simple something I remember from my?
Make an intelligence check.
It's the penny whistle solo from My Heart Will Go On.
Oh God, no.
I love this team effort, guys.
It worked. It worked well.
You kind of managed like a fairly simple but also very cheerful melody to come out of it when it's touched, and you kind of make it so that you can kind of like have him have the same melody like walk into itself, as it were, like loop, as it were, and it will still like sound reasonable.
All right.
Thank you.
While they're doing this, Luke's gonna just yell to the soldiers like, "Get me 4 daggers!"
As
And
if you don't have 4
I've-
daggers already. Let's be real.
I have
I
2, but
knives
I want more.
for you if you'd like them. I don't have any true daggers.
I'm looking around at all the soldiers. None of them have daggers.
Oh, the soldiers! I thought he was talking to the barkeep.
No, he was yelling to the crowd. He knows there's soldiers here. Just like, get me some daggers.
You can see kind of like a couple of glances towards each other. Like most people are expected to leave their weaponry wherever they leave them before going to the bar, but a couple of them like give you daggers and end up like with as many as you want, because there's a lot of them, and a lot of them have like secretly brought a dagger here.
Hey, you
Makes
never know
sense.
when somebody else. Hey, you need your secret dagger for someone else pulls their secret dagger, okay?
Exactly.
And all this did is for everyone who didn't bring a dagger, they realized they were fools for not listening to their friend that brought secret dagger. Because they're gonna like look around like, oh man, my friend was right. I should have brought secret dagger. I am most definitely not referencing always bringing a knife with you everywhere at all.
So, yeah,
Always
he's
make
gonna-
a knife to a knife.
Let's see how the sleight of hand check goes as he tries to gurgle.
Always have a knife.
Oh!
No! Hold on, I've got a JoJo real quick. Oh no!
I mean, thankfully I used Inspiring Leader, so...
It is fairly good on the or fairly safe, I should say, on the severity. Both Fluke and Decorm make performance checks.
Let's see if you can fake it and make it look like you meant to do that, whatever that is.
My performance is less good though.
What's
Yeah,
going
man.
on here?
Because you're using the flute to make the melody, right?
Well,
How
not if he's
convincing are
juggling.
you?
Huh?
Is he juggling?
No,
I'm
he
trying
is
to.
juggling and then failing at it, and just in time, and then just to like step at the side and have the daggers all fall into the ground. He kind of plays it off nice, like it's very clear that he wasn't intending this, but he pulls it off, as it were. He just makes a joke out of it, as it were.
Gonna try again to see if you can save face.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let's
cast
get-
guidance on this one for you. It's Mackie on the back.
That's better.
Once you're-
He's gonna definitely look like he did it on purpose now. 25.
And after that, he picks him up and he starts like very handily, like throwing them in the air and catching them. And after a bit, once he has a bit more confidence, he like starts making like a circle while he's like throwing them still, and then they start doing a bit of tricks with it.
Alright, I'll start playing.
Okay,
He's
make
pushing a button.
a promise check with advantage.
And between like moments, he'll sing "Hephe is our hero, long live the Viscount."
Like after like after like the second time that you like sing that, and everyone's been picked up that there's like the same thing coming back, like the whole
Beat.
the thing is starting to sing with you, the whole crowd.
Awesome!
Hephe
To a point
is
that
our
at this point, like
hero.
people from around the area are also coming in, like looking at like what's happening here, and everyone's
tavern
like
owners love you
very
guys.
drunk because everyone has free drinks.
Yes!
Like, these guys, like, this tavern owner's gonna love Hephe because everyone's gonna remember this night. They're like, hey, we gotta go back to the warm horn.
Definitely.
Like,
Uh,
these guys are good for business.
Every time a centaur enters this town, this entire village just immediately has that. You know that when you have this drink, that you just when you smell it, you immediately remember that night that you threw up.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Now
centaurs.
they're gonna have back when they see a centaur, just like ooh.
But in a good way. In a good way. It's like, oh yes, we're gonna party hardy tonight. I'm gonna get sick on another drink.
Like every time a centaur appears, like everyone's like, I really want to have a party again. I don't know why, but I feel like having a party again.
We need to have a rager. Let's go.
Yeah.
Everybody to
It's
the warm
been a long
horn.
time.
Centaurs drink for life now. I would like to after this is all over, go to the bar and like order one of every, like not like of every drink, but like one of every different styles, like gin, vodka, rum, whatever. I want to figure out what Hefe's taste buds are by rolling D100s and figuring out which one he likes the most.
Okay. So they had you had your ale like earlier, so we'll skip those.
Okay.
You'll have a whiskey, a rum, a gin. So
I'm gonna send. While I'm drinking, like let's wait until I'm a little bit tipsy, and then I'm gonna send Asri a message.
Oh, actually, Porcelain is like seeing that you had this great idea. Is actually like, I actually don't know jack all about alcohol.
Oh my god.
Yes! Let's figure it out together,
So-
Jasper. I think that's
I'm gonna say
You
that
got it right.
when Asray is finally like making her way to the inn, and at that point like you can hear like the sounds and the voices coming from like a mile away, as it were. As you come in, Asray, you notice like assuming right now that Porcelain is doing the same thing as Hephe is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like Hephe, Porcelain, and everyone who wants to join in.
Fluke's in on
To-
this. He hasn't had a lot of alcohol. He said he knows he likes gin, but
Just-
he hasn't tried many other things.
Basically, be in like a beer drinking contest, but just with like all kinds of types of alcohol.
All right, let's try the vodka. Everyone nearly spits it out.
As I'm walking in, seeing this, Asri's just gonna look around and be like, "I see. I had made my choice."
And I'd like all three of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
That's fine.
What do we roll to find out what we liked?
I'll
think
leave that to you. That's
Yeah.
We need to make a list.
Oof.
That's the first thing we need to do. So who wants to write a list of alcohols?
Well, he said gin, wine, vodka, whiskey,
Rum, wine.
And this is
I
the
already
stuff
put
they've
wine.
already had. And you can have more than one.
You don't know, you're drunk.
There was beer earlier, so let's put that on the list.
yeah. There's a
beer.
various couple of ales.
Yeah. Asri's gonna walk in and
Mead.
go up to the
Mead.
bar.
Oh, there's
And-
definitely meat, and I think that will be about it. Like in different types of drinks, from every version there's like 3 or 4 versions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm just
looking for
whiskey
the
has
type.
bourbon and scotch.
Yeah, general. And then we just roll D100s. Only roll that Constitution real quick and then start rolling some D100s.
So
Asri is gonna put down a gold piece, or sorry, not a gold piece, a platinum piece for him because it looks like we're drinking them out of house and home, and say thank you.
he'll take it and he says, "Your large friend has already paid for the entire year."
I'll give it back.
Well,
Nope, he has put it on the.
yeah, Asri's like, then it's a
He has a
tip.
good idea of how rich you are right now.
Yeah, it's like, then it's a tip for a very gracious tavern owner who allowed us in his off hours.
You already paid him for that.
You know, Asri's just likes. Okay, you guys understand. Her whole
Asri,
shtick
stop
is being
jerk and
nice.
join us.
Yeah, what's the other solution? Like
So-
jump up a bar and take it back now?
Like,
no,
yeah,
no,
no.
I know. I'm giving him a hard time.
Asri's whole shtick, and even in her backstory, is being nice to everyone when we are in bars and stuff. So yeah, this is her shtick.
So,
Bar.
Hephe, you're definitely feeling tipsy, but you're still going good, strong, feeling good.
He's a horseman.
Look,
Yeah.
and Porcelain, you are starting to get very wasted, and you're managing like to just like kind of keep the momentum and keep in the sort of party mood. But you do know that like as soon as you stop, you're gonna have to run outside and barf somewhere.
Oh boy.
Okay, Hephe does not like gin, if we're going by the list we made.
I love rum. Rum is great. I hate gin. Gin is bad. I also appreciate wine, so me and Decorm are gonna get along. Wine's my second favorite.
Teak,
So-
how much money do you have?
How did you type that?
Why?
You want to buy the bar?
Disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah, if you're gonna choke him like real quick to try and catch up, it's gonna be disadvantage.
Damn. I thought since I was an experienced drinker, I could try to get away with it being normal, but fair enough.
You're not a brewmaster monk.
You're right. I'm not a
Kinda is.
brewmaster. But I do have brewer's supplies, and I drink my own stuff. but,
I have to remove the space between the 7 and D.
Ah, thank you.
so a 10.
So you drink all of them, and then you like hold up a finger. Give me one moment. You run outside. It's too loud for anyone to hear what you're doing, and you come back in, and you're feeling great again.
Wow.
And then I will get another flight of whiskey just to drink across the night.
Cover up the smell.
Looks like I like gin the most too.
I
yeah,
didn't like
you
gin,
like
right?
gin. Did not. Though I'm okay. We had mead in there too. I'm gonna roll 6 because I already know Fluke likes gin.
I like gin and whiskey the most, and I seem to hate wine.
Decorum is disappointed.
Since I am.
Wait, why'd I roll 7? Oh well. Copying what I saw.
Decorm is gonna walk with a nice bottle of wine, or at least a glass of wine to Hephe. So, wanna go out for a smoke?
I don't see why not.
that's no.
And I'll ask the bartender for a bottle of rum.
He'll hand you one.
Okay, and
full one.
we'll go outside.
Fluke basically likes everything.
Yeah, meat and beer is kind of like,
Don't
let
like
me
the weeds.
see.
Well, especially when you drink them after you've drink all those other things, it becomes less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of Porcelain's shtick. Is like after having all the spirits, the wine's a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
I think in between her drinks, Asri will spider monk and literally just walk up the ceiling and just start staring at people.
Let's make either a performance or intimidation check.
Yeah, Luke's just gonna like, Jasper, is that real?
I'm equally bad at both, so I actually think I'm gonna do intimidation. I don't know why it wasn't supposed to be disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. So with the 16, like once in a while, like people who aren't paying attention, once in a while, like sometimes someone's looking like up and suddenly and like very shocked, and like wait, what's happening? Help!
Does anybody else see that?
I'd say like, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Porcelain would go outside with Decorum and Hephe. I wanted to add.
Were you invited?
I suppose I wasn't. Never mind.
I see that you looked and I'll say, you want to come along, Jasper?
And then I'll come along
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna throw up.
I think you should grab something too.
Who's Jasper?
I'm not gonna answer that one.
I stagger outside and find a good place to throw up.
I saw that you really liked gin, so I'll grab a bottle of gin for you as well.
Fluke, make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Why me?
Because everything is calming down now, and I said like as long as you're in the momentum, as it were, you managed to keep up.
I guess Ezra freaking him out might have been too much for him. 14!
With a 14, I'll say you definitely like similar to what Ezra is doing, like run outside for a moment and then come back, feeling a lot better. But you definitely like realize like, okay, I have to go now because otherwise this is gonna go bad.
Because you've been drinking for like 6 hours straight at this point, at
Well,
least.
not
Because that's
6 hours straight. I
It's
was
also like
juggling
from-
for a while.
From Ezra's point of view, like you're staring at Fluke. Fluke looks up, like looks very shocked, and then runs outside.
I will pull the cloak across me like a bat with wings and say, "Spider Monk strikes again." I would like to say that in his head as he runs away. That's one hell of an echo.
That was an echo, yeah.
Oh, yep, that's my Mike being a dick again. Being a
It's
dick,
coming,
Mike.
it's coming and go.
Better?
It's odd.
It's like,
Yeah.
Don't you just
Yep.
love the snowball? This connection port.
yeah, it's not very good. But can imagine like all you get back in your head is just like dry heaving sounds.
You know what? I'm gonna self-impose this because this is how I react when I hear somebody dry heaving when I am drunk.
Oh no.
You hear it. It's outside. You're inside.
It's in my head.
Oh.
It's in your head while you're hanging upside down from the ceiling.
Yeah. I think Asri drops to the ground and tries to run outside.
I'd say you're fast enough to make that.
So yeah, while Fluke's puking, she starts puking next to him like, bad idea.
So is Teak
Luke
the
gets a
only
little
one
bit of
inside the bar
poetic
at this
justice.
point?
I mean,
Wait,
Asri would go back in after she's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like after they get
So
to
did
vomiting, just like, how did we end up in the party where we're kind of the least assholes? That's
I don't know.
illogical.
I don't know, man. I don't.
With that, I'd like to go to Decorm, Hephe, and Porcelain, who are outside now.
Porcelain's puking. I'm holding the bottle of gin for her. I set it down on the ground. I open up the bottle of rum and I just start drinking from it, taking some sips.
After I recover and I come back, I say, you know, Decorum. if you can't remember, I'd really rather you just say, "Hey, you," instead of calling me porcelain around here.
Okay. That's the fact that that's what you're thinking about as you're sitting here tells me a lot. I'll try to remember. Just like I tried to remember what I wanted to talk to you about, Hephe, but I completely forgot.
I mean, you invited me out here and everything.
Yeah, a lot happened between then and now. Honestly, I'm having a great time. 3 of you are puking. This is my kind of party.
This is exactly what I didn't want to happen. I say as I lean up against the bar.
I'll go down. I'll grab a bottle of gin and I'll hand it to her.
Hephe's dead friend.
I'll look at the bottle of wine and I'll look back up at him and I'll say, "Does this make me feel better?"
I'll just nod my head because I'm not smart and I feel better.
Perfect, and I'm drunk, so I'll believe you. And I start drinking it.
Conseil!
Now my medicine handling knows that's not true, but fuck it. I know you also won't die.
You don't necessarily feel better, you also don't feel worse.
Well, I didn't want to feel worse. So in my drunken state, that is better.
Yeah.
So, you're a horseman.
I mean, I'm a centaur. I'm part horse, part man. Yeah. I guess horseman. Yeah, I like horseman. Yeah, I like that. I think we should go around calling me horseman now. That's kind of cool. And you're an elf, half elf.
Half elf. Might as well be human, honestly.
Sorry, looking at Slumperd's message. I mean, why human? I'm looking around. I'm gonna be honest with you. They at least where their lands, they're really not all that great.
Raised with humans in human society. I've never even met another elf
Oh
or
my gosh,
half elf.
You've never met another elf before? What about your parents? I mean, one of them got to be an elf, right?
I've got a human mother. That's it.
Okay. Well, have you ever wanted to meet an elf before?
I suppose. Sure, I suppose. I mean, I've never really.
And she kind of looks up at the sky for a second while she's thinking, and she's like,
I've never known too much about it. I mean, we had some studies, and Mother insisted learning Elvish, but yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I think I do. You know what? I think I do. I say as I look at him.
Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, if you want to come along to my tribe over in the Lost Swamp, I mean, there's lots of elves over there.
Oh, really? You'd let me come with?
I mean, why not? We're friends, right?
Oh, are we?
I say as I step up.
I mean, are we not? Are you saying that we're not friends? I mean, we traveled together. We saved the Viscount together. We've been drinking together. We're gonna continue to go to the Rubel together. I mean, we got lots of plans, right?
I mean, I suppose you only know me for 2 days, and you don't even know who I am.
I mean, you're Jasper, right?
No, she's porcelain.
I swear.
There's a moment where, she kind of slacks against the tavern, and she says,
I hate being Jasper.
Then why are you Jasper?
It's just, it's not safe to be porcelain here.
I mean, it'd be safe to be porcelain back in my swamp.
You know, it would, wouldn't it? You're awfully far away, aren't you?
I mean, it took like 6 months to get all the way over here.
Jesus.
Oh, that would certainly fill up 6 months. I hadn't any plans for the next 6 months.
I mean, hopefully we just gotta go to Rubel and they'll have like a teleporter or something to get us to. I think it's called. I'm gonna roll a history check to see if I remember.
Make it with disadvantage.
Making it with
'Cause drunk.
disadvantage. That 20 on the other side. A 10. Do I remember if it's some Act Republic?
You remember there was a Republic involved?
If we could get to that one place,
The Slim Slack Republic.
the Republic place. I mean, that's like real close to the swamps, and I think then it's only like, I don't know, a month's journey or something like that at that point.
The Slim Slack.
I don't think it was Slim Slap. That doesn't sound right, but says something said. Yeah.
No, I said that out of character. Sorry.
I know. I'm just laughing.
Porcelain will like blink at him and say, "Are you trying to say Smacked Republic?"
Yeah, that's it.
How long have they been outside now?
Like 20, 30
bit.
minutes.
Yeah.
Flute, they're still outside.
Also, where's Teak?
That's a good question.
He's in the bar last I checked.
I reckon around this moment you suddenly hear the front door like slamming open, and Teak stumbles outside and says,
Okay, so where is this high building you were talking about? Let's go there. Lead the way.
I'm
Teak drunk.
gonna look inside the bar and see if anyone's following. Because I have no idea who she's talking to or what she's talking about.
I'm gonna like slide off of the bar and try and stand up straight, however much I can, and I say, "Oh, Dame Teak, you've joined us, Dame Teak."
Yes, that's me. I am a dame. I'm Dame Teak.
How does it feel to have responsibility?
There's no need to bow.
There's no need to bow.
Trust me, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, that's nice.
I mean, I've never asked you to bow to me before, have I?
That's good. No, there's no need. No need.
Oh, that's right. You're
Hey, so
big
me
leader.
And Jeff, I think his name was Jeff, and Richard, and Tessa. We were going to go to the high building. I was gonna show them a trick. You want to join me?
Hell yeah! I want to see a trick on a tall building. I mean, wait, are there gonna be stairs?
Well, yeah, that's a hard thing. You can stay down for the trick. I'm gonna try.
You're gonna what now?
You cut out.
I think we're echoing again too.
Yeah.
I don't hear Nico.
Quinn?
I think that's just.
Jerry?
Did we lose him?
I think we
She's
might
gonna-
have lost him.
Oh,
You can hear us?
Yep, now we can hear you.
Yep.
Alright.
"Hi."
So, what,
No.
Quinn, what were we saying? You're gonna do what? Drop what?
I'm gonna drop off the building. So,
You're gonna what now? You're gonna drop?
Why
off
are
the
you doing
building?
that
Why
now?
are you jumping off the
it's
building?
a trick. It's a trick, you know. You were doing magic trick. Decorm was doing magic tricks earlier. I can do them too.
I'm gonna
Okay.
insight right now.
Okay.
to see
Also,
if
do we see
Hephe.
who
she
she's
actually
talking
has
about?
a plan.
Hephe,
Like, do we
Hephe.
Yeah, Decorum?
Have faith.
Have
Have
faith.
faith.
Have faith.
Have faith. I mean, I do have faith. Is it with disadvantage or normal on that insight?
You know what?
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, I start climbing the building.
Asri would like to follow
Hola.
her up the building. Oh my
Jesus.
god!
Don't
Have faith. He said have faith.
All right, I'm having faith. I want to see a
That's
trick.
right.
I believe in you.
That's right.
It's about a group of about like 4 seemingly soldiers, also like way drunker than most of you. Like also come out and like they're all like, oh, she's gonna show us the trick.
Yeah,
All
there
like
you are.
forming this crowd.
Porson will stay at the bottom of the building in case this goes wrong.
The building isn't very tall.
Even
good.
better.
Yeah.
How tall is the building?
Gonna say about 12-ish feet.
Fine. Okay, so I stumbled.
But make
to
an athletics check to get up there.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable.
While this is happening, I'm drinking more rum. This is a great time.
Can I argue for acrobatics since I was trying to follow her up?
Oh, but Decorm is trying to get.
You can just walk behind her.
That's right. I need to talk to you.
I mean, you could have just stayed outside and climbed up the side of the building.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I don't need to. I can just walk up the side of the building.
I'm drunk.
But wait,
Teak
you were trying to
started
stop me,
like,
Cherry?
grabbing at the wall, but not really finding any place to like climb up on.
Can someone give me a leg up, please?
Of course.
I'm strong. Can I pick him up? Me and Decorm help him up.
Decorm or Hephe make a athletics check with advantage.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll give that to you, Decorm.
That's right. Are you okay? And
I look
mean
sick.
that not in an offensive way. You just look sick.
How did I fail that bad on my constitution save?
It takes like the 3 of you, like Teak, Hephe, and Decorm. For you, you feel like okay, you just quickly did that. For the rest of everyone else, like that took a solid 20 minutes to get Teak up on the roof.
As he's just sitting on the top of the roof watching at this point.
I'm looking
I
at
guess
Asri. I mean, you're up there. You can help too.
And then Porson's like, no, she's Dame Teak. She's got it.
I would never insult my fellow knight by assuming they needed my help without the masking. They asked for a leg up, not a hand down.
Thank you, my fellow knight.
She's going to laugh just a little bit at that idea.
Okay, who wants to see a magic trick? I say.
Woo!
Spreading my arms out, standing on the corner of the roof.
At this point, quite a large crowd has at this point, like because you guys have all, for the most part, been the center of this party, so everyone's kind of just following you. And now a very large group of soldiers like standing around the bar, like yelling.
It's only gonna cost me a fart, and I'll be perfectly fine when I'm down there. You're gonna see.
Porson gets ready to catch her if this goes wrong.
I was just going
Luke's
to say,
I have
Looks doing
absolute
the same.
faith.
I was going to get
Please.
ready to cast the web spell from the cloak just in case.
4,
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Like slowly before the 1, I start already like sloppily throwing myself on the building. I try to make it like a very very charismatic swan dive kind of thing, but it probably doesn't really look that
Falling.
charismatic.
In your mind, it was very graceful.
And while I grasp inside of one of my pockets, and out comes a whoopee cushion. And before I reach the ground, I throw down the whoopee cushion, get below me.
Can I try and kick it away?
What the?
You can try, but it gets really big after it.
Yeah, I mean, you can try, but instead of kicking it away, as soon as you kick it, it like expands.
So
And
it's like
basically-
You feel like you've activated, as it were.
I basically cast Featherfall to make sure that I like get on the ground with a large. And it just lie there on my back with my arms wide and like this
As it shrinks
Ta-da!
on
underneath
my
you.
face.
And the crowd starts cheering like hell. You can see all of them, like, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have, similar to Hephe, have like bottles of various alcohols with them.
We're cleaning this guy out. He's gonna have to close down for a couple days to restock himself.
Yeah,
Well, he can afford
Gives
it.
him time for upgrades.
he has already accepted that.
Hey, he's like, you know what? This is one hell of a last night open before I get some upgrades. This is great. Better now. Maybe by the time I'm done upgrading, the general will be here, and I can impress him.
Everyone's gonna do the preparations with hangovers tomorrow.
Yeah.
I imagine
I mean,
that
I haven't
Azuri just
filled
has a
any
bottle
con
of whiskey
saves
on
yet.
top of it and
Hmm.
sipping on that slowly, watching it deflate underneath her, saying, "That was great."
And
Thank you.
unless there's, go ahead.
Thank you, Azzy. You're great as well. You're a good friend.
That's clear.
She will go
with
to
that-
Decorm though, because I believe he wanted something to say. Sorry for interrupting you, DM. My apologies.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless there's something you specifically still want to do this night, I suggest we end the session here, and we'll start a session when you all wake up with a hangover.
Understood.
The core was just drinking wine.